Ladies and gentlemen, we are back with another UFC breakdown, the BigJive MMA Show episode.
Yeah, name change, babe. Name change.
Little name change. 2 episodes in, it just wasn't really feeling it. No, the chat really came up with the BigJive MMA Show. It just kind of flows. And we got the chat popping already before we even started the show. Appreciate y'all for joining us tonight. We got Mario Bautista, Vinicius Oliveira at the Meta Apex. I think this is a great card.
It's nice. It's a nice little card. I like it. I've been digging it since I've been diving over this weekend. Meta Apex throws everyone off to the Apex, whatever. I like it. I like the card.
I think it's good. Honestly, I think it could turn out to be better than last week.
Yeah.
We don't have to have a bunch of Australians on the card.
It's true.
We don't have to watch Junior Tafa get submitted again. We don't have to watch Tai Tuivasa fumble around the octagon.
Yeah.
This week we get to watch Priscilla Cachoeira, Claudia Sygula. Things are turning around.
There it is.
It might not be a numbered card, but we're going to get some action. Can't wait to break it down with here on the BigJive MMA Show with BP in the house. How are we feeling tonight, brother?
I'm feeling fantastic, brother. The chat is always in the house, which I love. Every single one in that chat is incredible. I've been feeling the love via comments on some other social media platforms. We won't get into it. We don't need to talk about all that stuff. But just your boys feeling grateful, and I'm just a guy. I'm a simple guy. I like talking fights, my passion. I like betting fights. I like winning when I can. And I love being here every Wednesday night here at 7:30, baby, with my guy Hayden. Amazing feeling. And the name change, listen, we're 2 shows in. The chat came up with BigJive. Kind of rusted, too, because I was the code to go to 3PC. And people started DMing me like, hey, when's the next BigJive show? They just kind of started calling it that. And then you whipped up the logo, and I'm like, well, we got to get what the people think. And then 3PC said BigJive, put on Instagram as well. Instagram was a little closer than other platforms, but it was still BigJive. And then Twitter was unanimously BigJive. So we're the BigJive Show now. I'm big, he's Jive, and we're doing it, babe. We're doing it for this card, and I like this card from a betting standpoint. There's a couple proppies I think are juicy. And I'm excited to break this down with you and the other people in the chat.
We're going to get frisky with some props later. I can tell you that. Still to come. At the end of the show, we got Empty the Clip segment, which is the most confident play, the 3-punch parlay, a 3-leg parlay, and a sicko parlay. And I got a great graphic for you later on for BP that will surely make you laugh. Also on the show tonight, we're going to have Russ from 3PC.
Russ!
Halfway through, right before the main card, give you the rundown on 3PC and why you should join up, because you really should. But from him, he'll probably explain it a little bit better than I will. And then we got some giveaway this week as well for the card. So stay tuned for that. But we're going to recap how we did last week.
Oh, we got it? We got to do that? Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool.
How we did last week, because it wasn't good.
Goddamn Diego!
Empty the clip.
Mission failed. We'll get them next time.
Mission failed.
Yeah.
Like a massive failure.
Big time. Big time. Very confident. Broke both his feet. No excuse. But he fought the same exact fight that he did the first time. I was very frustrated watching that main event. I mean, Volkanovski's amazing. I'm not taking anything away from Volkanovski. Incredible champion, incredible person. I just really was confident that Diego, after what he learned from that fight and then what he did against John Silva, I'm like, oh, we're getting a different guy, right? And we got the same guy, but maybe even a little bit worse. You know what I mean? I think maybe he did better the first time.
I think he did worse.
Yeah. So that one stung. That one hurt, bub. And that one hurt. My favorite bidet bros are back. Hell yeah, bud. I don't know if I can get a credit for being a bidet bro because I've never really used one, but I'm gonna. I just put a heat pump in my house. It was very, very expensive. And I told my wife, okay, now we got heat. Now it's a heat and AC. We got that all taken care of. Bidet's next, babe. Bidet is next.
It's got to be up. Well,
has to
once
be.
you hit one of these sicko parlays, it's got to be the first.
I need to hit it. I need to hit it tonight for sure.
Yeah, I was pretty pissed about Diego. I'm not going to go over it again. I've said my piece multiple times.
Yeah, I saw you.
Let me just say, I'm a pretty calm and collected dude when I'm watching fights, right? Obviously, if you win, you're going to be happy.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm losing, but more so when I'm losing when the fighter's just not fighting how I expected him to, that's when I get really pissed. Sure. And I was pretty pissed, and I was stressing out my wife so much that she left.
Oh,
She left the room.
I've been there, brother. There, brother.
Left the room. I was calling him everything that I could think of. So, yeah, that's how that went, and that was the main event that BP emptied his clip on, and I decided to empty the clip on a fucking 20-year-old.
So long, Rambo.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
Mission fucking failed on Rambo.
Yeah.
I said I shouldn't trust 20-year-olds, but the thing is, I haven't been around 20-year-olds that often. I forgot how stupid and idiotic they are.
It's been a while, right?
When I was in college, I said there's no way I could trust 20-year-olds with my livelihood because I was around them. I know what they're doing. You know, after practice, they're going and fucking slamming a fucking 24-pack and then showing up to workouts the next day. I'm like, how can I trust these guys? But that was 6 years ago. And I just must have forgot. You can't trust 20-year-olds in anything in life. So massive failure on the empty the clip, but we'll get them next time. 3-punch parlay.
What do we do there?
Rainbow fuck this again.
Dang, Tanner Jones with the Sygula kid inside the distance. I had Benoit Saint-Denis. Listen, it was a chalky play, right? Benoit, he got a little tired. I actually got a little worried because he did look a little tired, but then once he got Dan down again in the second round, it was a wrap. Sygula kid is a fucking problem, and I think Rainbow. I mean, listen, we're gonna, he lost us. He lost you some money.
I let us down this week. I mean,
yeah, it's okay. There's gonna be plenty of instances where I let us down. Don't worry. Rainbow, I think, is a talented guy, right? 20 years old. I think there's some things he needs to clean up. Lawrence Louis, I think was a little bit
better. He looked better.
He was a little more. He was thicker and not as chinny as I thought he was. He did get clipped with some shots. He was definitely bloody. But yeah, Rainbow, I think there's some just small adjustments he could do. One, go forward. You kept going back the whole fight. But other than that, we were one away.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
DP's sicko parlay. You got one of them.
We did.
Got one of them. I mean, you were dead on arrival. Fiziev did not get the decision. No. You got the second one, and then at least you didn't have to sweat Lopez KO because that was why I was really pissed.
Yeah.
You want to go over yours at all or no?
Fiziev was the biggest surprise to me. I mean, Lopez, he's fighting Volkanovski, so, I could see it go that way. I just didn't think it was. But Fiziev was surprising. He was jacked. I thought he'd wrestle more. Hoofi apparently had the flu really bad, so it was a compromised Hoofi, and he definitely started well. And then I just feel like he couldn't find his range, and then when Hoofi started throwing, curtains. That was it. He got put down. He got put out. So yeah, that kind of stuck up the joint. That hurt a little bit. But no, 10-1, 1971. I probably would bet that again. But that's just me being a sicko. Yeah. But no, that's it. BSD came through though.
Yeah. I mean, if you had Lopez KO for the last leg and you were sweating it, you'd probably be a little bit more pissed, right, at Lopez's performance.
Oh, for sure.
Because that's how I felt. Yeah. Going into that main event. Just needed Diego Lopez to fucking show up. Just need you to show up. We got the Cam Ross in round 1 or 2. Easy money. BSD in the under 2.5. Easy money.
Yeah.
And then
I saw you sweating that. I saw your tickets on social.
Just need you to go out there, man. It's back-to-back weeks, 2 out of 3. All right.
Brutal.
This is brutal.
We'll get him next time.
We're close.
We're close. We're sniffing it, boys. We're sniffing it, chat.
Right on the cusp. Right on the cusp. And since we're right on the cusp, later in the show, you'll find out if we hit something on these sicko parlays, you might be financially.
I get a little something. You know what I mean? Hey, little son, take care of yourself there with,
Micro MMA picks. Rainbow might have got it if he actually went for the body a couple times. True.
Yeah. If you get a lot of things different, mix it up, go forward. He's also a little too light in the ass as well. I wish him.
Yeah.
Size up just he's a young kid, but a little more size on him.
Needs some testosterone there.
Yeah, right.
Maybe some creatine,
Let's make some money. That's right, Richard Daniel.
If I was close, he lost, but it wouldn't have been surprised if he had won a bad decision. Yeah, the Rainbow one.
Yeah.
Torres, man, SMH should have went to a striking camp, not to train at DC's place. I mean, I'm pretty sure he blew his knee out in the first round.
Knee or calf, and then his striking looked bad up until that point anyway. But listen, the kid, I don't think he belongs in the UFC. But the one thing that what impressed me is, and I'm not gonna take a shit all over the guy, but he could have quit.
Could have
and he didn't. Right? He got it.
I laid minus 180 on the over 2.5 rounds.
Right.
As soon as limping back to the corner, I'm
you were fucked. I thought the same thing. He got dropped numerous times. He got wobbled a bunch of times. Obviously, blew something in one of his legs.
Yeah.
And he easily could have quit, and he didn't. And that's, you can't teach heart like that. He just obviously needs to really get some better skills. But other than that, the kid's a fucking stud.
Yeah, shout out to him for fucking sticking it out.
Yeah.
And shout out to the winners of last week's giveaway, the top 3 most profitable on the UFC 325 card. We got JCP 14-23, Luna and Johnny Lawrence. JCP went 10-3, Luna 9-4, Johnny Lawrence 8-3, and Johnny Lawrence a 5-pick winning streak, 5 in a row for Johnny Lawrence. So those 3 won a Zoom call with the man, the myth, the legend, Chase the Dream Hooper. Shout out to them. Hopefully you enjoy that, and make sure you get your picks in, boys, for this week. Let's check out the rankings, eh? Where are we at right now? Luna's at top.
There you go, Luna. Trindade coming in number 2.
Trindade 7-pick win streak.
Yeah, he's a sharp brother. Ballsy. I believe that's my Chicago boy. Okay, you're at 15, so you're ahead of me. John Pork. Where am I? Oh gosh. Oh gosh. 42nd. Golly.
Dang.
Damn, bro.
Wow. I mean, not as bad as Dung Mo, though.
Dung Mo's struggling. Hey, hang in there, Dung Mo, because God knows I'm going to be at 54 at one point this year. Yeah. God knows it, brother.
Dung Mo, just keep doing you, man. Just keep doing you. Your luck's going to turn around.
Fire away, brother.
John Pork, shout out John Pork. 4-5 win streak for John Pork.
7 fight. What is that for 7 for Bredis? 14-11. Yeah, we got some sharps, brother. Trindade hanging at number 2 with the 7 dubs.
Make sure you get your picks in for this week.
Yeah.
And we'll let you know what you're going to win.
You get to have a little Zoom call with Chase Hooper, who's fighting Lance Gibson Jr. in his next fight. You get to ask about that. I believe that's going to be in Seattle, where he's from Washington. He's from somewhere around Seattle. So, Chase seems like a good dude. You can ask him about gooning. You can ask him about M&Ms. You can ask him about having curly hair. I don't know. The guy, you can ask a guy about anything. He seems like a cool guy. I've never met him personally, but, he seems like a cool dude.
Does seem like a cool dude. Speaking of a terrible fighting style, Jailton Almeida's on the card. He is. Bro came in 5th.
Yeah, that was ballsy. He came in 5th. Yeah, nice job. Tren boy. What's good, boys? That's absolutely ate shit on Twitter. That's why it's impressive for these guys to be in top 3, because that was not an easy card. I mean, when they filled the cards with both Australian people and stuff, it's a tough. At least it's tough for me, right? It was definitely a tough card. My wife actually watched the show. She doesn't watch too many. I've been doing this for a long time, so she doesn't watch every show, but she's been watching the BigJive show just because it's a new show and blah blah blah. And she kind of wrote down the picks that I did. So I usually don't talk to her about my gambling or anything like that. But I'm watching the fights, and she looks over, is like, "Got that one wrong, huh?" And I look over at her like, "Yeah, how the fuck do you know that? Like, what are you doing?" And then she told me she had my picks written down. Oh man.
At least she writes them down. My wife just asks me, and usually it's right after a loss, and then I gotta be like, "Yeah, I had the guy that fucking lost."
I had the guy, and I can't tell my kids who I'm betting on, because they're like, "Hey, who are you betting on, the white shorts or the black shorts?" And I'll be like, "Oh, the guy in the white shorts," and they'll be like, "Come on, black shorts." And I say, "What are you doing?" I if I make money, I buy you stuff. Like, well, you got to root for me. What are we doing?
Picking the whole card is difficult. We do it. We do it. We pick the whole card.
I did. I missed one fight last week. I did not pick it on accident. I thought I did. I didn't hold it long enough. And I went back and I saw that I picked every fight but that one. So I wanted to admit that was an accident on my part, an oversight. This week I'm picking the entire card. I apologize.
Which one was it?
I can't remember which one it was. I think it might have been the Nakamura fight. The fight that I got right, the underdog that I got right. I think that was the one I forgot. It was one of the earlier road to the UFCs. I just didn't hold it down long enough. I can't remember exactly which one it was, but I almost feel like it was the Nakamura who had that nice little comeback win for your boy.
What do you say? Should we break
Let's do it? Chat, you ready, chat? Let's go, chat.
W's in the chat. Like up the stream for us. let's hop into this breakdown. Started off with some women's MMA. We got Priscilla Cachoeira coming in at plus 133. Claudia Sygula minus 153. Minus 153 on Claudia Sygula. 1-1 in the UFC. Coming off a big win against Arina Alekseeva. Priscilla Cachoeira, first KO loss in her career, her last time out. Gets knocked out cold by Jocelyn Edwards in the first round. She is 37 years of age. She's the lady with a lot more UFC experience and professional MMA experience. Coming in here as the dog. She's usually the underdog. I don't remember a time where Priscilla Cachoeira was a favorite, but when I'm looking at this one, BP, I mean, in no world did I think Claudia Sygula would ever be a favorite in the UFC.
Sure.
What do you think, bro?
I mean, listen, I like this card, so I'm able to say this. This is a trash fight. This is a bad fight.
I think this is interesting, though. It's trash. It's interesting.
They're both like, I think it's good matchmaking, but I just don't think either of these skills. I wish it was a pick 'em, right? Give me just straight pick 'em because, you know, I get it. Cachoeira, you know, she's fucking 37. She just got knocked out. She's a zombie. She's been in a lot of wars. That chin's probably going to go sometime. She's okay on the ground. She's somewhat well-rounded, 13-7. This might be her last run in the UFC, last fight maybe in the UFC. I think that's Sygula, who, you know, is obviously newer to the UFC as well, but a lot of people don't know her, but I just think she's just average. Both these women, I think, are just average. I think Priscilla maybe is tougher and can walk forward more and take more punishment. I think Sygula maybe has a little bit more around the game when it comes to submissions and definitely maybe know how to win a fight without going crazy like Cachoeira. Oh, I mean, I always like to bet on the first fight. I like to get out the gates, just bet on the first fight no matter what it is. The over is probably enormous. So, I mean, the only thing I'm going to touch is the over in this spot. But, you know, we're here to pick sides. We're here to pick a fight. I'm going to go Sygula. I hate the number. I hate the line. It makes me sick. I went a lot of underdogs last week. Didn't work. I just can't, you know, because if I like Cachoeira at plus 133, I'd bet it, right? I'd have to. Right. I have to bet plus money, and I don't, and I can't, and so I won't, and it's going to be Sygula, but it makes me feel bad. It makes me feel itchy doing it. But that's what we do in this game, bub. So that's my take. That's my pick. You got strong leans. You seem to kind of like it for it being shitty, which is cool. Sometimes shitty fights are fun. You know, what do you think?
I mean, this is making UFC history, man. This is the first time we've ever had a man versus a woman.
Okay.
You're trying to tell me, I mean, just take a look at this, BP, okay?
Yeah.
You know how much testosterone is in this picture right now? It's more than you and I have combined. All right.
Yeah.
This is a lot. It's a lot of testosterone. And testosterone can make you do some serious things in the octagon. All right. I'm looking at Claudia Sygula. Not a lot of testosterone there. Okay. She could have a different career than fighting in the UFC.
Absolutely.
Look, Cachoeira, this is all she got. This is all she got. She's 37 years of age. She's been through it. She's still grinding. And honestly, Priscilla Cachoeira, I mean, I think she's doing all right for herself. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that girl's beautiful that she's with.
She's doing pretty well. She's doing pretty well. So she knows her way around. And I think she's going to find her way around Claudia Sygula here. I took Priscilla Cachoeira for my pick. I'm going to say she gets a W here. There's just no way that I could ever tell you Claudia Sygula should be a favorite in the UFC until she beats somebody other than Arina Alekseeva.
Yeah, okay? It's tough for sure.
I know Arina Alekseeva is not a looker either, but like she's not good at all. Like at least Priscilla Cachoeira has some wins in the UFC. And you look at who she's losing to, right? She's losing to Jocelyn Edwards. Jocelyn Edwards is good. She's pretty solid, man.
Mm-hmm.
And she's pretty good. She's losing to Jasmine Jasudavicius. You know, she's losing to Miranda Maverick. Like these girls would run through Claudia Sygula as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to go with the dog. Smaller octagon. She's going to get in your face. She's going to throw and she's going to go. And Claudia Sygula, she's kind of just out there throwing overhands too.
Mm-hmm.
And unless Cachoeira's chin is just completely cooked, which I don't really think it is. Like I think Edwards is just, you know, a much better striker and caught her with a big shot. I think she could walk through those punches and deliver some damage. Get the old Sygula out of there.
Nice little dog hit for tonight. If it hits for you, bub. Both girls are low level. So very true, KC MMA.
Pickle fighting ears can't fool me. Cachoeira King.
Cachoeira King. Yeah, when I don't know if you know this, if you're familiar with the lesbian scene, but a lesbian that is the way she is Cachoeira, the way she presents herself, the way she looks, the buff, the hair, whatnot. They're called studs, right? She's a stud, right? Yeah. So a lot of studs. I went to high school with a girl who's a stud, and she still identifies as a woman. She does construction, very manly. But when I used to have Facebook, I would pop up on Facebook. She dated just hot chick after hot chick. I'm like, this girl, and she's not very good looking. He's just getting fucking stud. This stud is getting all the chicks. I mean, hot women. I'm like, what is happening? Good for you. But yeah, Cachoeira is a stud. I don't hate the play. Listen, I'm not going to argue against anybody doing it. It's a gross fight for me.
Yeah, no, it's gross. Super gross. Let's move on from it. We got Nico Price stepping in on short notice to take on Nikolai Veretennikov, sitting at minus 235. Nico versus Nico. The 36-year-old Nico Price has had a much longer UFC career. Looks like he might be more past his prime than the also 36-year-old Nikolai Veretennikov, who's 1-3 in the UFC, coming off the loss to Puna Hele Soriano. Nico Price coming off the loss to Jocobe Smith, round 2 submission loss. I mean, you take it away, BP, because I mean, yeah. I don't know why they had to make this fight. Didn't really make any sense to me. I felt like this isn't a fight that needed to be on the card, but maybe they got some contract obligations.
Yeah. I think that's what it is. I think they're trying to get rid of Nikolai. I mean, listen, he's he's got 1 win in the UFC, right? What is his losses though? Like, I mean, so he's got 4 losses and 1 win. Got knocked out by Vanderford, split decision win over Prado, which, maybe he didn't win that fight, and then just absolutely got dog walked in the Puna fight where Puna just took him down. He landed 9 strikes. And he entered Nico Price, Nico Price is an interesting dude, right? Like, I mean, he's got like 1,400 kids, right? So this guy's testosterone's popping. He's always constantly fucking. So he's in decent shape, right? And sometimes he goes out there and he's a blood or guts guy, and he's in the war and he goes through a decision. He might lose, he might win. Other times he just gets deaded with a right hand like fucking Robbie Lawler killed him, right? In Robbie Lawler's retirement fight. So Nico's a really hard guy to cap. However, Nikolai is a guy who doesn't know who he is yet, right? He wants to be a striker. He's got 9-2 with the KOs, but he likes to grapple as well now. He's down in Florida, or was in Florida for a bit, and, he wanted to grapple people. He started to really work his grappling. Well, Puna exposed that, and I think Nico Price off his back is okay, but I think Nico has some decent takedowns in there. He landed 2 his last time out when he fought, and his hands have power, but it's really herky-jerky. His striking is nothing fun to watch, but he does obviously possess some kind of power in there, and Nikolai has been slept in the past as well, so this is a tough one. They booked this. They kept Nikolai in the card so they could get rid of his contract. I think win, lose, or draw, he might be done here unless he's going to take significant less money. I think Nico's probably got like an 8-fight deal already signed. They got to keep a guy like him around just to throw in there to fucking for some of these young guys. I'm going to take a shot on Nico Price at plus 200. I don't love it. But I just don't think Nikolai needs to be minus 235. I know Nico Price is definitely not in the prime of his career. He's 36. I think that's a lie. I think he's 46, but I think he's going to, have a competitive fight here. I do. I think there's more ways for him to win. I think he had a couple early submissions in his UFC career. I'm not saying he's going to submit this guy, but there's a couple early ones. He's had 2 in his UFC career. So I would be interested to see if maybe something like that down the road, if we're going to play the long game, because I don't know if I'm going to touch this on a money line standpoint, but maybe throw a couple bucks on like maybe a long odd submission Nico Price just to have a little fun with it, because this fight's not super high level. But yeah, I can't get on the Nikolai side. I'm going to go Nico Price. He's fighting a corpse. Yeah, there it is.
Fucking corpse, bro.
Yeah, okay.
He's a corpse, bro. Like, I really want to take anybody other than Nikolai Veretennikov.
I know.
But not Nico Price. Nico he's probably closer to 50 in like fight years.
And when you got all those kids at home too, dude, like you ain't get no rest. I mean, the reason he's fighting is he's got those kids.
Yeah, he's got in Florida. And he's probably taking this short notice fight because, one, he doesn't have to go through a fucking training camp. He can just show up on fight week and do the thing, get his paycheck, and go home. does he really like care if he wins or loses? I don't think so. I think he's just showing it up.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's based on his Instagram. Seems like he's in the gym. I think he owns his own gym, right? And
probably at this point he would have to, I imagine.
Yeah, he's probably in the gym, most of the days and stuff, which is fine. It never really looks like he's, super out of shape. He looks like he's always in shape. Well, he just moves so fucking slow, man. It's just
weird,
it's like
plotting.
he's like covered in molasses. And that fight he had with Alex Morono, who we'll talk about later, who is
he's fighting a corpse.
Also a fucking corpse. It was just one of the worst fights I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So yeah, I pick Veretennikov because I think that most people should be able to beat Nico Price at this point, but Veretenikov's takedown defense is pretty shit. I don't even think his striking is that good, so not a chance in hell I'm laying minus 235 on him. That's about all I got on that one, boys. A couple of doozies to start off the card. Nico has the durability of a Nature Valley granola bar. Jesus, dude.
Lazy Bet MMA with the best commenter in the game.
That is
so funny.
Elite comment. I'm worried about Nico's gas tank, especially on short notice. Yeah, it's probably not going to be good.
And if you decide to grapple for 3 rounds, it's definitely not going to be good.
Yeah. They say you take 90% of damage in training camp. The stat doesn't take into account how much extra damage you take in a fight you didn't train for.
Okay, Kyle bets badly.
Yeah.
That's a thinker. He's making you think on it, bro.
He's a dead man walking.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this is a doozy. Let's move on from it. We got like 13 fights on the card, so we'll keep her moving. Moura Gafurov coming in at minus 145, taking on Jocobe. Wiklacz coming in at plus 125. Jocobe 1-0 in the UFC debut win against Patchy Mix. Was it a split decision? I think it was a split decision.
It was, yeah.
Split decision win. Polish dude. I believe he's managed by Joanna Jędrzejczyk. 29 years of age. Also 29 years of age is Moura Gafurov, 2-2 in the UFC, coming off back-to-back wins to Kyung Ho Kang and Rinya Nakamura, which he was a huge underdog in and won that fight by decision. Coming in here as a slight favorite. What do you think, PP?
Yeah, I like Jocobe. I like Jocobe in this fight. I watched a lot of his tape before he fought Patchy Mix. I picked Patchy Mix in that fight. Patchy Mix had an absolutely dreadful UFC run, 0-2, and then they shipped him off because he was probably making a lot of money. But Jocobe's a guy that he is tough, right? He's durable. His striking's not the best in the world, but he can get it done. He can grapple a little bit, but his guillotine is nasty. Now, Moura Gafurov, he started his UFC career. Well, really, he lost in the Contender Series, but he was 0-2. And then he won 2 in a row, right? And then against Rinya Nakamura is a huge underdog, but Nakamura, who's this Olympic fucking wrestler for Japan, decides not to wrestle, doesn't want to do any of that, just wants to stand with the guy. And Gafurov can wrestle, he can grapple, but he also has some really wicked power. He's got some big overhands, big punches. He puts everything into his shots. So if you walk in and I get clipped, it's a problem. Jocobe's been clipped. He's been put down before. But he's also got an absolute nasty guillotine, right? And Moura Gafurov got submitted by Saeed Nurmagomedov by a guillotine. And I think if there's some exchanges going on, I think Moullin's going to get put in a guillotine. We're going to see how he survives. I like that bet there. I like Jocobe by submission. I'm playing that as well. I think, it's going to be interesting because I think Moulin can put him out, and I think Jocobe really only has one way to win. I don't know if he's going to squeak out a decision like he did against Patchy. I think the only way to win is a finish, and I think his guillotine is pretty fucking nasty. Gafurov obviously knows that. Hopefully he's been training that. But a lot of these, Eastern Russian, I don't think he's Dagestanian, these Tajikistani guys, a lot of these fucking cats from the mountains, right? They put their necks there. It's almost like a challenge. Like, oh, you can guillotine me? Go ahead. Fuck, try it, bro. So we'll see. It's interesting. Jocobe went for many guillotines against Patchy Mix and failed. So we'll see what he got here. But he also has a couple other submissions under his belt as well. But yeah, give me the plus money. Give me the plus money on Jocobe. And I like him by submission, which is, I think I saw in a book at plus 300 or something like that. So I like that as well. But Gafurov's got some heat right now. He's 2-0 and coming off a big underdog win. So, but yeah, I'm gonna go with the doggy here, babe.
You remember the first show we did of the year making predictions, and one of the predictions was the fighter to have the most submissions in 2026.
Yes.
And I ultimately went with Jafel Filio, but I was considering Jakub Wiklacz.
Okay.
Guys, got some nice submissions, and I didn't know who they would match him up with.
Sure.
But that submission call that you put out there, I'm kind of in agreement. But if he doesn't get it, I don't know how he's going to win.
I don't think you can.
He could win a decision. I mean, he's 7-1 to the decision, and Gafurov's 3-5. So ultimately, like, is he going to win minutes with top control? Is he going to win minutes on the feet? I'm not really sure. So, like, I feel like if this fight goes to decision, I don't know who's going to win. But I think Gafurov could find a KO as well, because I don't think Wiklacz striking is all that great, especially defensively. Seeing him hurt multiple times on the regional scene, and Patchy Mix ain't a striker at all. I mean, his striking looked terrible in the UFC, so that doesn't really tell me much, as far as Wiklacz at a UFC level on the feet. So, I kind of think maybe take Gafurov KO and Wiklacz sub.
Yeah,
because I think
don't hate that.
4-1 on each of them. Maybe just throw a couple darts there. Because if it goes to decision, I'm not really sure. Ultimately, I did pick Muin Gafurov just because I feel like he's probably a slightly better minute winner on the feet, and I don't really see Wiklacz like taking him down easily,
right?
Unless he's able to like get taken down and then sweep. But also, I'm not really sure if Gafurov's going to wrestle him, because, like, why would you wrestle him?
Yeah, why would you stand up with him? Like, fucking, why, don't even exchange. Wiklacz slowed down a little bit in the Patchy fight, too. Hopefully that was obviously UFC jitters. That could have been a cleaner win for him if he didn't slow down. But he's got to be prepared here, because Gafurov, again, he's going to be swinging for the fucking fences. He's going to be taking this dude's head off. Wiklacz has decent kicks, poor body language when he gets hit. And sometimes he doesn't actually get hurt, but he looks like he gets hurt. Marlon Gafurov punches this guy in the face real good.
Jaco going to be more physical. Gafurov sloppy entries will open up opportunities for grappling sequence. That's his.
Hopefully.
When I first saw the matchup, immediately in my mind, I saw Muin Gafurov getting ninja choked by Said Nurmagomedov. I was like, well, Wiklacz is going to do that to him. But like now, I'm not really sure. Like after I watched tape, I'm like, I'm not really sure that's going to happen, but it is a possibility.
Yeah, sure.
But sometimes when you look into a fight too much, then you like just
you second guess yourself. You overdo it. Yeah. It's like, oh my God, he could do this, he could do that. And then you're like, wait, there's 1,400 possibilities here. How am I going to pick it? It's like Luca Fury. If you ever listen to Luca Fury, he'll give you 15 different ways a fight can end, right? And kind of lean one way. And then when the fight ends the 15 ways he said it could end, he goes on Twitter and goes, I told you it would end that way. I fucking told you. Yeah, no shit, dude. Everyone can predict that, brother. What are we doing?
The OVs always win. Well, they're not in Abu Dhabi, so they can lose. If they were in Abu Dhabi, then it would be a max bet on Gafurov, that's for sure. Paralysis by analysis, exactly. Sometimes the initial read is just right, It's
the read.
Also, a lot of times you look at stuff and you're like, yeah, no, that's just not going to happen. Sometimes it turns out right. Moving on. Flyweight bout in the women's division, believe it or not, based on the photos. Klong Wang coming in at -350, taking on Eduarda. Moura sitting at +285. Moura 3-1 in the UFC, 3-1 as well for Klong Wang, coming off of back-to-back unanimous decision victories over Bruno Brazil and Ariane Lipski. Moura coming off the win against Lauren Murphy, which was Murphy's retirement fight.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure how old she was. I think she was in her 50s, right? In that fight.
I mean, she looked 60. I mean, bro, that woman's been through a lot. I remember watching her on The Ultimate Fighter, the Eddie Alvarez thing, and she like switched teams. And Eddie couldn't remember her name. She would get so mad. I'm like, why is someone's grandma on the fucking stage here, bro?
Dude, when I was watching that fight, like I genuinely wanted Lauren Murphy to win that fight. I was like, I feel like that's my grandma out there. Like, like just overcoming adversity in her retirement fight. Like I want her to win, And she gave it her all. She won the third round. And, that's not a good look for Eduarda Moura. You're losing a third round to Lauren Murphy. Granted, she usually does have good cardio, but that was the last round of her career. Klong Wang has had a couple dominant victories. She did have the slip up against Gabriela Fernandez, where she got, I think, head kicked and then dropped and then subbed. So that's the only blemish on her career. She's coming in here as a big favorite. BP, what are you going with?
Hear me out. Okay? Hear me out, chat. First off, Eduarda Moura, she's a little cutie patootie in my eyes. Okay? I got a little crush on her. Got a little crush on her. Okay. That's number one. So hear me out on that. You know what I mean, boys? Number two, Kong Wang, she's she paints her face like the Joker. She's got phenomenal striking. Her volume is very good. It'd be great for China for her to win, to have another female in there. And I'm sure she's got all the money and all the backing training her. But the ground game is not good. It's not good, and it's not to the level yet. Yes, she's working on her takedown defense. Hopefully he's improving, but it's not there, right? And I don't love this fight on paper, as a guy that knows chicks. Someone just said, just say you like lesbians, Brian. Is Eduardo Moura a lesbian? Am I thinking of the right chick?
She's taken.
Damn, I did not think so. I did not get right there. She kind of looks like an English bulldog. I might be thinking of someone else.
Dude.
Looks like an English bulldog. Yeah, she's in love. Completely. Yeah, she's dating a stud. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, cross that one off, boys.
Kind of both on the stud level, but
yeah, right. Yeah, the two studs dating. So cross that off. But anyway, I'm gonna go Moura here, and the only reason I'm picking Moura is the only reason I'm doing it is because submission is 10-1, right? And I'm intending to play that. I think if Kong Wang gets in a bad situation on the ground, she could get submitted by Moura. I think Kong Wang takedown defense is improving. Everything's great. She go out there and fucking stomp Moura. Stomp her, and I would not be surprised. But when you're hanging at 10-1 on somebody whose jiu-jitsu is very blue belty to me, worse than blue belt, right? I gotta take a stab at a girl who can actually finish the fight on the ground, and that's Moura. I don't love it, right? My pick will be Moura, but I'm not going to do the money line. I'm going to only play submission only, and Moura by submission 10-1. I can't get away from that. Yeah. Stud finders with BP and AJ. That's a great one. Yeah, dude. I'm fucking apparently attracted to studs. You break your down. I'm gonna look up who the fuck I'm thinking of, because it definitely ain't this stud here, bub.
Well, I mean, if you're gonna bet more, I think you would probably go for that sub. I don't see anything else hitting for Moura. And honestly, I think you're kind of you're shooting for something that probably ain't there, BP. Because Kong Wang, I think Kong Wang's gonna piece her up. I'm not like excited about the minus 350 price tag, but I feel like it's pretty warranted. She's got the better cardio, much better striking. Like Eduardo Moura's striking is limited to like a right hand. It's almost like if you were to say Jelton Almeida, go out and kickbox, you can't wrestle this guy. It's probably what it would look like, So, and Kong Wang, nasty fucking leg kicks. I mean, it's like 2 fights in a row where she nearly got like a leg kick TKO a couple times. I think that could happen here. I think it could happen here against Eduardo Moura, because if she gets stuck on the feet with Kong Wang, Eduardo Moura is so plotty on the feet, like those leg kicks are going to be there. They're going to be there, and Wang will bang those fucking leg kicks until the final bell. So I think we could see a little bit of a leg kick damage, maybe into a TKO, or maybe a leg kick damage into a sloppy shot. Kong Wang does have a win by guillotine. I don't know what Kong Wang by sub is, but might be a little
flirting with it, flirting with the sub.
Not really.
Listen, Kong Wang, I think if she really improves her grappling and shows it, I want it to go to the ground. I want to see her on the ground, because she could be an absolute stud and star in this division. I just don't see it yet. Her one really performance on the ground had me really being like, oh no.
Which one was that?
The one she lost to Fernandez. I know she got dropped and got put down, but
I mean, she was fucking nearly KO'd.
I know.
My worry with Wang is like, I don't know that her chin is the best. I feel like even in fights that she's won, she's like, she'll get hit and kind of like, not like stumble, but like, how you get hit sometimes and you're like shake your head. You're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like
a little flashy, a little flash.
Yeah, a little flash bang. You're like, you're in the fucking pits on block ops, and then the flashbang comes in, and you're just seeing white. You don't know what the fuck's going on. So that's a little bit of a concern, but I don't think Moura's gonna like take her down and rinse her on the mat. Maybe. I mean, we never really seen Kong Wang grapple. Like her takedown defense is 100%.
Right. Max says Wang by sub is plus 700. That's lower.
That's pretty
than
good.
Moura. Wow, interesting.
This guy knows chicks, I guess. I mean,
William Robbins.
He didn't say that in the first one. You didn't say that?
No, because I can't say it in that first one. I had to say it here, and apparently I don't know chicks because I just hit on a lesbian, and yeah, she's full lesbian. I looked at pictures on my phone. It's definitely the woman I was thinking of because she had a weigh-in with tiny little Monserrati Ruiz or whatever, and I'm like, I kind of dig this girl. Man, I like longer hair, but yeah, whatever. But yeah, I guess that's a bit because I had a crush on Erin Blanchfield too, and I think she's a lesbian as well. So I gotta really second guess a lot of my shit here, bro. You know, I know Mackenzie Dern's not. She's still the queen, Queen B.
You never know what you're gonna get into.
You never know.
MMA fighter, you know.
Yeah.
Moura's always so big compared to these other girls, and her grappling is very high level. If she gets a takedown, Kong is cooked. Maybe, man. Maybe. I don't think she's like that big at flyweight. At strawweight, she's huge, but at flyweight, she's like maybe slightly on the bigger side, but not as big as she was at 115. I think the line is a bit wide. Yeah, I mean, I could see it. Women's grappling MMA path, like you might want to take the plus 300. I just don't think it's going to cash this time.
Yeah.
Did me and Maddie break up? No. We just didn't do the long shot last Friday because Maddie was seeing a friend in the boonies, so he didn't have Wi-Fi connection. But we'll be back this Friday, brother.
Shout out Maddie Betts.
Moving on. Bantamweight bout. We got Said Nurmagomedov taking on Javid Basharat at minus 130. Come back on Nurmagomedov plus 110. Said coming off back-to-back losses to Vinicius Oliveira, the man in the main event, and Bryce Mitchell. Javid Basharat coming in back-to-back losses as well. Gets KO'd by Ricky Simone and loses a decision to Ayman Zahabi as a massive favorite. Here he is as a very slight favorite to a Nurmagomedov. Not many times you're going to see a Nurmagomedov at plus money. But here you go, BP. You going to take it?
Yeah, I am. Fuck it. Sorry, I was laughing in the chat. Someone called me a lesbian, which is very funny. Yeah, you know, the Bash Bros, right? They're both fighting on this card. Fareed fighting a little bit later. I always thought Javid Basharat was the better one, right? Getting knocked out by Simone and being so arrogant in that fight as well. A fight that he should have won or maybe on paper could have won, right? And he just gets slept by Simone bad. And then the fight after that, or fight before that, against Ayman Zahabi, who he doesn't respect either, is a huge favorite. And Zahabi's just a crafty striker who knows how to win fights, right? And Said's a guy, again, we're talking about guillotines earlier. This guy's got a killer fucking guillotine. Fights a little different than the rest of the Russian crew. He prefers to strike a little bit, does have some good grappling, but does prefer to strike. Got just out-bodied by Bryce Mitchell. Bryce Mitchell was just way too big and strong for him. They had some good grappling exchanges on there, but Said, I just think was a little bit too, you know, he's a thinner guy for this weight, obviously, but it was just a little too much for him, I think. So I think this is going to be a better matchup for him against Javid Basharat. You're giving plus money on a Russian. You know, I typically want the Russians to lose because all they do is win. Nothing against Russian people, or Russian fighters, is that they always fucking win, right? So at some point we got to put a foot down and go, okay, we're better. Let's get some of these guys. But, you know, I just think Said might just have a little advantage over Javid. I think Javid's going to have a little bit pause in the stand-up. You know, Said's got some really good kicks. He's not the biggest power in the world, but he does have some good kicks. Obviously, on the ground, his guillotine and other submissions are pretty legit, too. Basharat, I think, is going to maybe do a heavily grappling plan, just like Bryce Mitchell did, maybe kind of body up Said. We'll see how that goes, and it might create some good exchanges. I just don't know if he's as strong as Bryce Mitchell, who probably picks up cows every fucking day or something. I don't know what that country boy does. Line's close. I agree with the line. I'm not loving anything. I do really like these close fights like this where I can pick a side and be right because it's just a little more feather in the cap, a little ego. You know, oh, yeah, cool. Anybody can pick minus 300s, but can you get the plus 110s? Can you get the pick'ems? Not quite a pick 'em, but I'm going to go Said. Submission is obviously live. I think maybe by decision would probably be what I'm going to play, though. I know the guillotine's just such an easy play because his guillotine is absolutely nasty. He's got a really good tight guillotine. He's also got a really good high elbow guillotine that is absolutely fucking brutal. But give me Said.
I'm going to go Basharat.
Wow, Bash, bro. We're opposite tonight, buddy. I love that.
I'm going Basharat, man. I'm going Basharat. I think he probably gets it done by decision. I mean, if Said don't get that ninja choke, like, how is he winning fights, dude? Like, let's be real. Can we go through like his record here? Is he getting wins outside of ninja chokes?
Douglas Silva and Josh, He
It's 3 of his last 4 wins are ninja choke.
He got a split decision win in his debut against Justin Scoggins. Let's not sniff away at that.
It's like, okay, he's split.
I thought when he beat Hani Barcelo, when he fought, Hani Barcelos back in the day, I did think he won that fight. I actually just watched that fight recently. But no, you're right. It's finish or not. I mean, decisions are, he's 8-5. He does have some decision wins, but not many you'll see. He's going to close the show if anything.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate a finish only bet on Saeed.
Yeah, it's not bad.
He's never been finished, so I don't really see Basharat finishing him. The guy can't finish shit. So, I think I would go Basharat here, but I'm not really excited about it. I'm not really like going to the window to bet it because I don't really think he's going to run away with the fight. I think his cardio does scare me. I think somebody said that. Yeah, Hunter France said Saeed's cardio scares me. I agree. Like, he does slow down a lot after round 1. And I feel like as long as you don't shoot doubles and singles on him, if you take the Bryce Mitchell route and you go body lock takedown, once you get him to the ground, like, I think he can scramble a little bit. But if you got some solid top pressure, which I think Basharat does have, then you can hold him down. And if you're going to hold him down, I don't really think he's going to have a lot of cardio after that. So I like Basharat here. I'm going to take him for the pick. Probably not going to bet him unless I see something I really like, later in the week. But at the moment, not on it. But I think he probably gets it done by decision. It's just a better minute winner. Saeed's a moment guy. And if the fight is favored to go to decision like it is in this fight, I think you got to go with the minute winner to get it done.
Right.
I like live betting Javid start around 2. I actually do. I like that as well. Live bet Javid start around 2 takes away the early finish upside. Or you could bet Saeed round 1 at plus 400 or 500, whatever it's going to be, and then play it live after that. What do you guys think of Basharat Brothers parlay?
Bash Bro parlay? I mean, hey.
It could cash, but I don't know. I'm not really in love with it. We'll talk about the other Basharat boy later. Draw loss, yeah. Both guys back-to-back losses too. And I feel like the younger guy in Basharat just has a little bit more to fight for, Saeed's not going to be a
And you got to imagine he was in a really good camp because he's training with his brother. I believe they're in Vegas or they were for a while. So,
ATT,
yeah, I mean.
American Top Team, no.
Oh, American Top Team. Okay. So, I mean, even with a big gym, so with his brother, they're both going to be in good shape. And Saeed, yeah, he does slow down a little bit. He does get some second wins, but the body language is still
bad.
pretty bad. Yeah.
Yeah, he's out there tired as shit, just spinning. It's like that. Don't do that. I
don't understand why people do that. Like the guy's dead tired. He's like, this will get him fucking jumping, switch kick. And it's like, dude, now your energy bar went below what it was. Like, well, just throw a couple jabs. Like,
it's such a tell when you get tired and you start spinning. It's like, all right, it's gonna go downhill real quick right now.
This will show him wheel kick, and it's not even close. And then you're gassed, and then you save enough energy to throw another fucking stupid kick. It's like, what are we doing here, bub?
Let's move it on. More women's MMA, and we got another stud on the other side. Ketlin Souza coming in at minus 150, taking on Bruno Brazil, sitting at plus 130. Bruno Brazil coming off a win. I don't know that anybody even watched the fight because it was on the road to UFC for card or whatever, but it was technically a UFC card. She fought Ming Shi. You remember that chick?
Ming Shi, of course.
A head kick that was around the world.
She was like a doctor or something, and her parents didn't know she was fighting, and she had that head kick. Yeah,
she was like a plus 400 underdog to this huge Chinese chick. She's down 2 rounds. I think she's literally like plus 2,000 live odds. Wow. Head kicks her in round 3.
Yeah.
In her UFC debut, she's a plus 300 underdog to Bruno Brazil. A plus 300 underdog, and she loses by decision. So that's another W for Bruno Brazil. She's coming in here as the underdog. Ketlin Souza, back-to-back losses by split decision. 1 to Pierre Rodriguez, 1 to Angie Hill. What you got here, BP?
Yeah, I'm not going to spend too much time on this fight. This, to me, is the worst fight on the card when it comes to the females. I think both these females are so low volume, not really finishers, and just low volume plotting. I'm going to go Souza just because I think she's going to have a little bit more volume, a little bit more power than Bruno Brazil. But that's really it. I don't think neither of these females are top of the food chain. I get it, put them on this card or whatever, but yeah, it's just, I think Souza's going to get it done and probably an over situation over what, 2.5 is going to be minus 400 or whatever the fuck. But yeah, give me Caitlin Souza. And Bruna Brazil. I wonder how she got that name. That's like if my name was Brian America. Like, what do we, cause she's from Brazil. Like, how do you get that last name, Bruna Brazil? Is that your real last name? I got questions. But give me Caitlin Souza to get it done, but I'm not overly confident. This will be probably when I order my dinner. I'll order my dinner and I'll time it to it arrive right when this fight happens is what I'm gonna do. So yeah, I'll be watching this, but no skin in the game.
I like this one. I like this.
Golly, that's surprising. Really?
Yeah. I like Caitlin Souza here, man. I think
I'm glad we agree on that, but
I think it's a bit of a, I don't want to say a steal. It was a steal. All right. I bet on her at minus 105.
Okay.
I saw her at like plus 110, plus 115 or whatever the night before, Saturday night. And then I woke up, it was minus 105. I was like, dude, I got to get in. I like it.
Now you got to get skin in the game. Yeah.
I got it. And now she's minus 150, which I think is a little bit more accurate, but I still think she should be like minus 180 here, honestly. I mean, I think Bruna Brazil's dog shit, dude.
She's not good.
I think she's terrible.
Yeah.
The fact that she has 3 wins is honestly laughable. Shauna Bannon, she's beating Shauna Bannon.
Yeah.
Shauna Bannon just got TKO'd by fucking Sam Hughes. Okay.
Yeah.
It's a bad
Sam Page, babe.
It's a bad look,
Yeah.
And then she beat Molly McCann, which is a name people recognize, but Molly McCann fucking trash too. And then she beat Shi Ming. Like, that's a UFC win on her record.
Right.
And other than that, she's getting dog walked by Denise Gomes, got TKO'd by her. And if I'm looking at Caitlin Souza, I'm seeing a Denise Gomes, man. Like, that's literally what Caitlin Souza is. She's a girl that's going to go in there. She's going to throw hard leg kicks. She's going to throw big bombs with her hands. And she's going to fucking go for it. She's kind of like a Jessica Andrade as well. I think Caitlin Souza is going to make it look easy. I could see her finishing her.
I like your confidence, brother.
I think she could finish her. Because Bruna Brazil, I mean, tall woman defense. She's leaning back. She's throwing her hands out there. She is scared to engage the entire fight. She goes in there and literally tries to make it the most boring fight. So while everybody's, saying piss break, like, I get it. But Caitlin Souza is not a piss break type of fighter.
I love that. I love that you're sticking up for it, brother. I love that you do.
I mean, Bruna Brazil is a piss break type of fighter.
Sure, right.
She's going to bring the fucking fight.
Put me on game, bro. I love that you're good. Maybe I misread her. Maybe I'm low on her, and maybe I didn't give her enough credit. I'm glad you stick up for her. Mad Max literally just stole what I was about to say. I mean, there's 3 Brazilian studs in this card.
I know.
Bet all of them. Stud parlay, Bob.
I was thinking about it, but then Moura's
on the one. Yeah, you're on the Wang side or whatever. You're gonna get a crazy plus money. But I mean, listen, these Brazilian studs. I mean, the king of the studs in Brazil. Queen King, I don't want to be political. It's Jessica Andrade. I mean, she's the Queen King stud. We all know that, right? Yeah. I mean, this just got an OnlyFans, right? Because of of her stud nature in the female industry, right? Like, dudes aren't buying that. Like, chicks are buying that. They're buying it for the stud. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, listen, stud parlay, I'm all over it. I'll play it if you play it, baby. Brian America knows chicks. Yeah, I like to think I do, but Brian America, how do you get Bruna Brazil? I know it's spelled different than the country. I'm not an idiot, but it's just like, how do your ancestors come up with that name, right? I mean, where's the originality?
Souza, man.
I mean, the promised land. I just circled Souza because of your passion on that, and you're obviously a sharp guy. So I'm all in. I'm gonna bet it too. I'm gonna bet her by finish. I'm gonna ride your coattails on this one, bro.
As long as she don't get taken down and like smothered on the ground, I think she's good, man. Because on the feet, I like her. I like her a lot on the feet. So yeah, give me Souza. Souza all day. Coming off the back-to-back split decision losses too. Like, I feel like that's probably why she's not a bigger favorite in this one. But that's where we take advantage of it, boys. All right, feature prelim. We got Alex Morono coming in against Daniil Donchenko. Donchenko minus 650, and Alex Morono plus 425. Morono 1-4 in his last 5. I believe this is the last fight on Alex Morono's contract. Daniil Donchenko coming in off the first round KO victory to Rodrigo Cezinando in the Ultimate Fighter.
You said that really good. Say his name again. The Brazilian guy's name that you just beat.
Well, I should say it Rodrigo. I think it's Rodrigo.
It doesn't matter.
Rodrigo. Cezinando.
That's so good. Clean.
It's clean. It's clean. Donchenko coming in here against.
He's fighting a corpse.
It's Morono. Yeah. Got TKO'd against Carlos Leal in the first round his last time out. He's 35. He's a huge dog here. And I'm really chalking it up to surprise guillotine for him to get it done. That's about it. I mean, on the feet, I think he's screwed. And if he does get taken down and he doesn't get that guillotine, I think he's going to get washed on the mat too. So, yeah, Donchenko early, Donchenko KO. But I mean, he's 24, so maybe he makes some mistakes. You know, I got screwed by the 20-year-old last week, but I can tell you from experience, I'm a lot different between 24 than when I was at 20.
Absolutely.
So, Donchenko, what do you got, BB?
Yeah, I mean, I like him, Donchenko, round one. He impressed me in the finale. He impressed me in the Ultimate Fighter, you know, knocking out that big, the big Matt, whatever. The big fucking athletic dude, the American that they all thought was going to win. He knocked him out. They knocked out Rodrigo when they rebooked the fight in the first round. This guy was has a kickboxing background, but if you look at some of his fights prior to the Ultimate Fighter, he's got some submissions on the ground too. Like, he is not a laying duck. He can get up. He's got some decent takedowns. He's a tough dude, and he's only getting better as well. And Alex Morono, unfortunately, is coming to the end of his career. He already runs Fury FC. He announces for Fury FC, which is a great mid-range organization, which is a great feeding ground for the UFC. And he's got his hands tied there. He coaches as well, and now he's still going to be a full-time UFC fighter. That's just not. It's too many irons. You know, too many pots on the stove. You know, you got to put one out, and I think the fighting pot is going to get put out. I mean, I think he probably makes decent money doing what he does. He's going to run into the Neal here. He's going to run into some strike. I mean, Morono's got some really herky-jerky striking. I'd never been super confident in his chin, and his defense has been atrocious. He does win fights when he's not supposed to. There's so many times I bet against this guy and he's won. That was many years ago. He's at 1-4 in his last 5, which is not great. I mean, he lost that horrible fight to Nico Price, but I just think Neal is a guy that I think we really need to look at here. I think he's actually a talented dude. I think sometimes, since the Ultimate Fighter isn't what it used to be, Contender Series now trumps the Ultimate Fighter. Some of these winners maybe get overlooked, and I think Neal maybe got overlooked a little bit. I think this kid's legit. Not overlooked by the books, obviously, at minus 650, but I think this dude, I think he's actually pretty good here. I think he's going to go out there. I like him round one. I mean, him by KO, I think is probably minus money at this point. Him to win by knockout is like minus 190. So I don't know if I'm going to get there, but I'm definitely going to get there maybe round one. Catch Moreno early. Moreno get his ticket, or get his cash, his check, put the gloves in the middle. Bada bing, bada boom. Or maybe he'll turn around quick and go do he'll do the goddamn Houston card or whatever the fuck that's coming up. But yeah, I like Donchenko big here, bub. And listen, it's such a chalky play. I'm sounding like an asshole talking up at minus 650. I get it, but I think the ceiling is high for this kid. I do. I think his skills are legit. And I think him on the ground is better than what people get credit for. And then it's just going to keep evolving as well. I think he's still. I got to figure out what camp he was. I think he was still kind of over there in. He's in
Sanford.
Sanford. Okay, he's at Sanford MMA. Okay, good, perfect. Yeah.
I think he's a long-time training partner with Fiziev as well.
Okay, perfect. Yeah,
I know he's managed by my boy Danny Rubenstein.
Okay,
I asked him about him, and he said that. So he's 24. So I mean, he's been training for a while, 14 professional MMA fights, and at the end of the day, like.
He's fighting a corpse. Yeah. Corpse fight. I can't say it. I can't say it until I get it right? Because then it becomes a jinx. Play the sound effect. But this is a corpse fight. Corpse watch right here for Alex Moreno for sure.
It all went downhill. You remember when he fought Ponzinibbio?
Yeah.
And he got
winning.
Got hit so hard, his face. It looked like he had a stroke. Like his face.
I was concerned. I was concerned for him, bro.
I was concerned too. And then, he gets a guillotine choke on Tim fucking Means. It's just what happens when you fight Tim Means. You can submit him.
I was in Vegas. That was the card. I had the privilege of sitting floor seats with my buddy. It was awesome. And we both had Ponzinibbio knockout tickets. And Morono's doing his fucking thing. The herky jerky. And Ponzinibbio is just so close to clipping this dude, and he can't find it. I'm like, dude, this is gonna ruin my night, right? What is going on? And then he just got fucking deleted, and everyone in my section just went ballistic, which was that's the fun about being at the live UFC. If the boys haven't been, it's quite a time.
All right, before we get into the main card, I want to announce the UFC Vegas 113 handicapping contest. Make your picks on 3punchcombo.com, and the most profitable capper based on units up or down. Hopefully the winner's up. Imagine if the winner's like only down like a little bit. That'd be crazy.
That'd be crazy.
The most profitable capper wins. You're going to win a $50 wager funded by 3PC on each of the sicko parlays that we're going to give at the end of the show, which make sure you stick around to see what those are, because they're pretty juicy. They are pretty juicy. Make sure you get your picks in. I'm going to pull up this tab on 3PC. Go up to the fight picks. Boom. Put your picks in. Use code BigJive, get you a free month. And we're also going to bring in the man from 3PC. Bringing in Russ. There you are.
Russ, what's up, Bob?
What up, boys? Nice to see you.
You as well.
Good to see you as always.
Yeah, I'm excited for this card. It is so hard to handicap, though. So happy to have some sharps like you guys giving us some leans, because I can't find any weed in this chaff this week.
Well, you don't want our empty the clips. You don't want our 3-punch parlay. You don't want our sicko parlays based on the first 2 episodes. That's all I'm saying. But
we're winning this week, though. I'm telling you right now. I'm not going to throw the G word on it because I don't guarantee, but let's just say I guarantee it. You know what I mean? Let's just say I guarantee it.
Oh, my God.
Well, you're the head of 3PC. Please let the people know what 3PC is if they don't know already, and also anything else you want to say.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, guys, for giving me a couple minutes here. And to everybody listening, I know the reason you're here is to hear the picks and the leans, so we'll be fast. But you've probably noticed with the new pod, the branding for 3PC and how it's been worked into the overall kind of approach of the podcast. Just wanted to talk quickly about what it is, why my brother Andrew and I created 3-Punch Combo, to give you all a little bit more context about what you might be seeing here and there in the show. So I'm a lifelong MMA fan, been to nearly 100 UFC events live, and also a technologist. So in my day job, I'm the CEO of an AI company, and have been posting in a number of different MMA related forums and message boards over the years, and really started to realize just how incredibly toxic these places are, full of trolls. Try to talk about MMA on social media, it's not even really possible. But of late, they've also been getting totally flooded with an overwhelming amount of advertising, right? So my brother and Andrew and I decided, hey, why don't we think about solving this problem? Because we want to talk about MMA, just like a lot of you who are presently members of 3PC do. Can we build something better? And if you've ever tried to have a really serious discussion about MMA on X or Reddit, you know it's just an absolute shit show. Bot accounts, horrible user experience. So 3PC was built as a place intended for people like us, hardcore MMA fans like you listening, to be able to chat about MMA with other real fans and with professional fighters in a place where quality content really matters. So we've been around for only a short period of time at this point, around 6 months, just getting ready to officially come out of what we consider to be our beta, and have tremendous amount of support from a growing community of not only fans and fighters, like, for instance, Dean Thomas, Alan Joban, Steve Garcia, Fatima Klein, Naz Sadikov, Chase Hooper. You might see these people chiming in on your threads if you're posting on 3-Punch Combo. They're present within the platform. And also Kenny Florian, as one of our co-founders, was actually the first person that I spoke to about this idea, and was very excited about it, wanted to be involved. So BP was one of our very earliest partners. I know a lot of the people who are active on 3PC today and our longest tenured members were listeners of his podcast. And I've been following Hayden for a long time as well. When I heard the two of these guys were going to be joining forces, I just thought it would be awesome to see if 3PC could get involved, because there's nothing like working with great people who are great at what they do and truly love MMA, like all of us involved in 3PC. So why should you join? Well, honestly, it just allows you to be more involved in the sport, get into deeper debates, talk about some of the matchups, things that are discussed even on the pod. There's a really great cycle that can carry conversation in short form on the pod into maybe a little bit more depth in the forums, and then back into the pod on future episodes. You can get people's inputs on your bets, put your picks on the record with our newly launched fight pick feature. We're always going to have cool contests like that the guys announced today. And you can join 3PC for free to check us out, still post and read most of our content. Or you can use, as mentioned, the code BigJive for a free month of premium. It's only $4.99 a month once you do start paying, and cancel anytime. And the way I see it with this Paramount deal, we're all saving like almost $1,000 every month, every year on the cost of pay-per-views. So pretty easy to come up with that extra $4.99 a month. And a percentage of that actually does go to the fighters who are involved in the platform, which is really awesome. We're helping to give fighters another way to make some money outside of the octagon, right? So that's it. I hope the dogs are barking this week and everyone's parlays are smacking on Saturday night. Follow us on Insta as well. We do a lot of contest announcements there. It's just at the number 3 punch combo. Appreciate you guys for the platform. And I can't wait to hear your picks for the main card because I'm pretty damn stumped on this one.
Absolutely. Thank you, Russ. You're the man.
You're the man, Russ.
Peace, guys.
Have a good night, and we'll get back to the show.
Back in action.
There's a link down in the description below. 3punchcombo.com if you guys want to join up. Use code BigJive, get you the free month. It's only $4.99 though if you're not gonna use the free month. It's only $4.99. I mean, come on, it's less than a cup of coffee at Starbucks. I mean, come on. Are you a real MMA fan or what?
Yeah, it's gonna. We're like literally. I always explain this. It's less than like 2% of what it's gonna be. There's so many things that are gonna be built out. There's a native app that's gonna be coming down the road. A lot of stuff. And then the best thing is, and this last I'll say about it before we move on, they listen to the community, right? They don't love, it's not corporate, right? If you have an idea, you can literally message Russ or Andrew, the two brothers, and they'll make it happen, which is super cool. I mean, there's no other platform like that. And it's literally for MMA fans. Like that's it, like us. And we're picking fights and we're talking and we're chatting and fighters in there. And not to mention they're giving away, like, I mean, if Tanner would have won last week, he was a winner, like he would have got paid out. Like there's no cut being sent to 3PC. You win all of it. We're not trying to here to scam you money. We're just here to build relationships and build a foundation of the sport. Let's get back to this main card, babe. We can bet on the app. So you can't bet on the app yet, but there will be, there's a lot of discussion that every time you post, you'll get fight cred. You'll be able to bet fight cred on the app, which is obviously not real money, but it'll still add to the game, to the gamesmanship as well. And then again, just things are building as well. And all ideas are welcome and open. So yeah, it's exciting stuff, boys.
Cool. All right, let's keep her moving. Dustin Jocobe coming in here to start off the main card at a -180 price tag. Take it on Julius, the juice box. Walker coming in at +155. Big difference in experience here. We got the 16-fight veteran, Dustin Jocobe, and the 2-fight veteran in Julius Walker. 1-1 in his UFC career. Only win is against Rafael Sygula. Jocobe coming in here. And I got to say, I think there's some people overlooking something here. Dustin Jocobe was just in Australia.
Sure was.
For UFC 325.
Yeah, he was.
So he had to travel to Australia last week. Now he has to travel back from Australia this week. That's pretty fucking terrible.
I've only been to the West Coast, so I've never had that drastic of a time change. I can only imagine, bro. It's
got to be the worst travel that you could have as an American to go to Australia. And he's got to do that twice and then fight. So I'm just saying something to keep in mind.
And he's not a young pup. He's 37.
37. I got to give a shout out to Uncle Weezy. What up, Uncle Weezy?
Uncle Weezy. You know who I didn't see in the chat yet? I haven't seen Dixon Cider.
I haven't either. I just made him a moderator and he doesn't show up for the live stream.
What does maybe he's too busy having his Dixon Cider. You know what I mean? I mean, the guy's just humping. I don't know.
Man,
where's he at, dude?
I'm gonna have to take it back, Dixon.
Get that mod status off till you come back, Dixon Cider. We need you, bro. Give
Lazy
Lazy Bet a mod though. Lazy Bet is like the G. Give him a mod. Get Trent a mod. Let's get this thing going.
Gonna have to promote somebody else, but VP, what do you think here? Jocobe -180 or Julius Walker?
Yeah, you said all the right things. I mean, I didn't even think about that. You know what I mean? You're obviously clearly smarter than me because, you know, Julius Walker in his debut against Alonzo Menifeld was a very sloppy fight, right? He took it on short notice. He gassed out. The regional stuff I saw of him, you know, and he follows me on Twitter. We've exchanged a DM. He seems like a very nice guy. He's obviously working, young guy, played basketball, athletic. The regional stuff wasn't the most impressive thing in the world, but he showed a lot of heart in the Menifeld fight because he didn't go down. I mean, listen, it was a tough fight. You know, Menifeld can knock anybody out. Wasn't the best performance, but the Cachoeira fight, like you got to take that guy out. Like you can't go to a decision with him. Like you got to finish that dude if you're this up and coming guy that we like. And listen, 205 is wide the fuck open, right? That's a big win for you, but it didn't really hurt him in the sense that he's getting a guy like Dustin Jacoby, who's been around forever. I mean, this is his second stint in UFC. He got cut from UFC, then he went and kicked Alex Pereira out there, got knocked out, but then he came back and really well rounded in his game. He's pretty much the leader over there in that Colorado gym with Mark Montoya, probably why he was in Australia with Cody Brundage. Maybe a bad move right before your fight, but maybe that's him just being confident as well. He's on a nice little 2-fight win streak here. I thought maybe his time had come. I thought maybe the chin maybe had gone from him, but he looked really good in that comeback win against Vitor Petrino. I think his striking is a class above Julius Walker. I think Julius Walker is going to have a little bit of a height and reach advantage. See if he can use that. I think he'll be a little faster than Jacoby, but ultimately, I think Julius Walker is going to maybe need to get this fight to the ground. I don't think his striking is going to compete with Dustin Jacoby. You made some really good points, but I'm going to rock with the bet. I'm going to go Dustin Jacoby here. I'm going to go with the old man. Give him the old man, baby. And I think he gets it done. I don't know if he knocks out Walker because Walker proved to be pretty tough. Yeah. But I think it's going to be a tough 3 rounds for Julius Walker.
I think that's the thing, dude. I think that's the thing. There's something fishy with this, man.
You're smelling it, dude. You're digging something up right now.
You know why? I mean, Tapology. 86% of people are picking Jocobe.
Okay.
The line is minus 180. Yeah. And it hasn't moved. Huh. And every single comment. So I do my early picks video, right? I do it on Sunday. I record it. This is before I do all the tape study and stuff. And I was like, you know what, Julius Walker, I mean, he's 26. He's 11 years younger than the guy. I know. 11-year age gap is a huge deal. Huge deal. But he's relatively new to professional MMA, 8 fights, could be getting better. He's 6'4", good athlete, showed a ton of toughness, showed a lot of heart in his UFC debut on short notice against Alonzo Menifeld, went to a split decision with Alonzo Menifeld. Dustin Jacoby lost a unanimous decision to Alonzo Menifeld. Okay. And every single comment that I've seen on my early picks video where I early picked Julius Walker before I watched any tape said, dude, terrible fucking take on Julius Walker. I mean, if Julius Walker was that bad, I'm pretty sure he would be a much bigger underdog than what he is right now.
Right.
And nobody has ever brought up that Dustin Jacoby had traveled to Australia twice in the last week.
That's a very good point.
He's also 37, and he's also had his chin issues. Mm-hmm. You know who's never been dropped in the UFC? You know who didn't get dropped by Alonzo Menifeld? Julius Walker. You know who did get dropped by Alonzo Menifeld? Dustin Jacoby. You know who has all the grappling upside in this fight? Julius Walker.
Sounds like you like Julius Walker, bro.
You know who also has all the clinch upside in this one? Julius Walker.
Okay.
Jacoby's the better technical striker.
Yeah.
We're in a small octagon at the Apex.
Tell him.
Where wrestlers can feast.
Tell him who you're picking.
If Dustin Jacoby doesn't knock him out in the first round, I don't know how this fight's gonna go, man. So I picked Julius fucking Walker. You know what? I was gonna bitch out in my picks video and just take Dustin Jacoby. It seems right. It seems big experience gap, better striker, coming off back-to-back knockouts. Just makes sense, right? Dude. But no, since everyone was commenting that shit on me on my early picks video, I said, fuck you. I'm taking Julius Walker in this one. And when he wins, I want an apology.
Okay, I'm not going to apologize because you're like Nicolas Cage reading a Declaration of Independence where it's like the map in that movie, right, bro? You're seeing everything that people aren't seeing. I love it. I'm sticking with Jacoby, but I love the breakdown. I love you're going with something here. You're not just picking him plus money. You're like, hey, wait a second. Things aren't adding up. I like that. I like that a lot, bub. But I'm still rocking with Jacoby. But I like what you did there.
it doesn't matter if he was in Australia for weeks, because he's never, ever in his life had to travel from Australia back to the United States to fight in the United States. When has that ever happened? The week of the fight. He was in Australia Sunday morning. Had to travel back. He's probably going straight to Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And he's 37. He's 37.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't, you're telling me they would just give you Justin Jocobe at minus 180 if 86% of people on Tapology think he's going to win? It doesn't make sense, man. Doesn't make sense.
I just want to stick up for Hayden for this point right now. Again, I'm so rocking with Jocobe, and I'm not a professional athlete by any means. The last time I went to Vegas, it's a 3-hour difference from Cincinnati. I went to bed at 7 p.m. Vegas time. So, it messed with me. You know what I mean? So Justin Jocobe, listen, traveling, Grove crossing, 15 hours, I think is Australia. It's 15 or 13 hours? It's a lot, bro, on the body. But I think Jocobe also sometimes, I'm not talking myself on my pick. But I think Jocobe sometimes, he's seen it all. He's fought high-level guys in MMA and kickboxing. It almost feels like he might be phoning this one in, taking it not as serious. You know what I mean? Still not talking myself out of it, but let's call a spade a spade. I mean, why would you go to Australia? I don't know. What chat's going up and down. Who knows? Easy KO for Dustin? Easy KO? I don't know about easy, bro.
I think Julius Walker's got a pretty good chin, man. Like, I don't know. And everyone was saying, dude, like shitting on Walker because he couldn't finish Rafael Cerqueira, which, yeah, I mean, you probably should finish him, but it's not like he was going life and death with him. Yeah. If anyone says he went life and death with Cerqueira, dude, he won 30-27.
Yeah, he controlled the whole fight. I just wish there was a little urgency to finish and be like, yo, I'm the young guy now. Because literally, your 205 is so wide open, dude. Like, a couple wins, you talk some good shit, right? He's a good-looking guy. He's got the basketball background. You're right there. I mean, they'll propel you. But, yeah, just, again, learning experience as well. He just wanted to get a win. I just wish it was finished. I see Mitch Zuck donated. Lock Dog or Bust. Lads, my boy's back.
What's up, Mitch Zuck?
He loves Lock Dog in the main event. We haven't got there yet. We'll be interested to see. That's a fun fight. That's a good main event.
Mark Montoya gym throws fights.
Whoa. Yeah, I mean, that's that area where they're all getting suspected.
Walker doesn't get takedowns. He's getting smoked.
Interesting.
Dude, I don't know. I mean, I feel like if Jocobe wins, KOs him first round. Cool. But if he doesn't, I don't know, man. I don't know. And I'm not going to throw out a Julius Walker round 1 KO. I mean, I think it could happen.
Yeah.
I think it could happen. All right, boys. That was the most controversial take I had of the night, so.
It was a good take, though. It wasn't bad. It was good. I loved how deep you got with it, bro. That's what
it just doesn't make sense to me, man. Like,
I get it. Listen,
if he was minus 300 here, like, then sure. Like, then clearly the books are agreeing with you, but they're not. They're not agreeing with you. So something's up. Something's up.
Thumbs up, boys. Hear that, chat?
All right, moving on. We got Gene Matsumoto coming in at plus 235, taking on Farid Basharat at minus 275. Farid still undefeated, coming in here off the win against Chris Gutierrez. Gene Matsumoto coming off the split decision victory to Miles Johns. And before that was a controversial decision loss, first of his career, to Rob Font, a fight that he took on short notice. Both very solid young prospects, very skilled mixed martial artists. And yet we got a minus 275 favorite on the Basharat side. What do you think here, BP?
I think the line's off. I mean, I've been seeing some people really like Farid Basharat in this spot. I get it to an extent, but minus 275, some books got him at minus 300 as well. I don't know, man. Matsumoto is a tough dude. He landed 7 takedowns in that Rob Font fight. Striking was competitive. He lost the fight.
Oh, come on, man.
You know what I mean?
Augusta win takes over Rob Font. Man.
I know, but he landed 7. You know what I mean? But he also landed some good strikes as well. That was his one loss in the UFC. I think there's some upside to him. He's 17-1. You're hanging plus 235 on him. I'm not going to get wrapped up in that because I really did sit down. This was the hardest fight for me to pick on this card. The main event maybe, but this one was really tough because I wanted to get it right. I do still think the line is off. I think Basharat, though, is more composed in more situations. I think he has cleaner striking. I think him on top in the grappling is where he's going to be probably his best. He's very heavy on top. He doesn't get tired. He plays it safe. I mean, these guys, I would label them as dynamic finishers. I'm sure anybody can finish anybody. It is the fucking UFC. I see more control over, position over submission, and I'm not going to throw so many strikes when I'm on the ground because I'm going to give up, the whole hip out or whatever the fuck. Both these guys play kind of safe, and I think Basharat plays a little more safer. Again, my biggest critique, my biggest whoa, is the line. Again, minus 275 against a kid who's 17-1 who lost a controversial fight, right? And I think Basharat's very good. Maybe not very good. I think he's good. Yeah. But I think it's going to come down to a little bit of the cleaner striking with Basharat. Puts combinations together pretty well. And again, I think his grappling control is really fucking good. Matsumoto's a big kid, though. He's a thick kid. We'll see if the strength plays a part of that or not. I'm going to go Basharat. There's a guy in the chat earlier who said, Bash Bro, parlay? I mean, you can play it if you want, Bob. I'm never going to discourage anybody, but, I'm obviously picking. Am I picking both Bash Bros? I don't think so, right? Did I pick Javid? No, I don't. No, I picked Saeed. All right, yeah. So what am I talking about? But I like Fareed here. I like Fareed Basharat in this spot. I don't think it's gonna be the most compelling or intriguing fight. I think it's gonna be very grappling heavy, but hopefully I'm wrong. Give me Bash. Give me Bash.
Yeah, I initially my early pick was Gene Matsumoto because of the line. I think the line is a little bit wide.
Yeah.
But I can understand why Basharat is the favorite, right? Because I think he's much more defensively responsible. Matsumoto's takedown defense is sitting at 53%.
Okay.
Gave up 5 takedowns to Miles Johns, 3 to Brad Katona, 9 to Dan Argueta. The takedown defense is not there, but he does do a good job of scrambling, getting back up to his feet, making his opponent work. His striking defense is pretty bad as well. He's absorbing 5.43 significant strikes per minute. And if you look at just his distance striking absorbed per minute, it's like over 8. The guy's super hittable.
He's also got that tiny little reach, though, 68.5. Yeah, that's low-key wrecky, bro.
He's tough, and he kind of likes to be, in the pocket, throwing those tight combinations, also landing a good amount of leg kicks. So it's not like he has no defense and minimal offense. He's got a lot of offense as well. Good submissions off his back. He caught Argueta with that guillotine choke. And I think that's probably what he's going to have to do here is fend off the takedowns by just making Basharat work and hope that he gets tired. Because we kind of have seen him slow down in some fights.
Mm-hmm.
Damon Blackshear had him in a nasty triangle choke in round 3 with like 20 seconds left. That if there was maybe 30, 40 seconds left, maybe he's getting put out cold there. And he did get slowed down by Chris Gutierrez in that fight as well. He lost the 3rd round. So, I think Matsumoto could come alive in round 3 and take it. But I do think it's probably going to be a 29-28 either way, and I do lean towards Basharat. So I picked Basharat. I don't think there's any value at minus 275. If you want to play a little value spot on Gene Matsumoto, I totally get it.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I think Basharat should be like maybe minus 180 here. Maybe minus 180, minus 175.
Yeah.
But Basharat decision is probably most likely. I don't think I'm going to get to a bet on this fight, though, because I feel like it's a tough ask for Matsumoto to win 2 out of 3 rounds against Basharat, who's a good minute winner, has good defense, can go to his wrestling if he's getting hurt on the feet or something like that. So I think it's a tough fight for Matsumoto, but I think it's a 29-28 either way.
Yeah.
Lean towards the side of Basharat. Better Basharat, brother. 100%, dude. 100%. We'll get it done
all day.
Tough but one. It'll be a tough one. Yeah, it's going to be a tough. I think it's a good matchup for Fareed, to see where he's at. Because Chris Gutierrez not exactly going to bring you to dark places. No. Kind of finesse guy. And then before, he had a great fight against Lapalus, though. He had a great fight against Taylor Lapalus, 30-27 to him. And Lapalus is a tough fight for anybody. Actually,
he's fighting Saturday. Yeah, he's fighting Saturday in PFL. Yeah, he's a tough out. He's not the most exciting guy in the world, but he's tough to look good against, and he's a tough out for sure.
Yeah, Basharat in the over 1.5 or over 2.5. Yeah, Basharat decision most likely.
Yeah.
Just take the decision at that point.
For sure.
I don't know what it is. What's the decision on Javid? Or
my Bet365 is in Spanish for some reason, so I'm on Bet Online, which I don't bet because I don't think they're active in the States.
Farid Bosch by decision -140. Ooh, gross.
Yeah, -140. Yeah, the Vegas is on it. Yeah, I mean, again, that line's inflated. They know this kid can't finish it, so interesting. Yeah, probably a pass for me if the props are sitting at 140, a decision prop. Yeah, it's going to be a pass for me as well. I hope I'm wrong, but I do think it's going to be a little bit of a dry fight, but we'll see.
Moving on.
This fight will not be dry. These boys are chucking.
Michal Oleksiejczuk coming in at -500, taking on.
He's fighting a corpse.
Mad +385. Is he a corpse though? I mean, probably not. Probably not. We're probably giving him a little bit too much slack on that one. But the chin is declining, and that's probably the reason why Oleksiejczuk's -500. Coming off back-to-back round 1 KOs over the likes of Cedriques Dumas, over the likes of GM3. He's coming in here as a massive favorite. MAB coming off the loss to Nurmagomedov by decision his last time out. Before that was a KO victory over the true corpse himself.
He's fighting a corpse.
Bruno Silva. What do you got here, BP?
Yeah, I saw some breakdowns earlier this week of people saying that Mark Andre's gonna wrestle. You gotta wrestle Oleksiejczuk. Hey, when the fuck does this guy wrestle, right? He clinches against the cage. He ain't a wrestler, bro. He's a volume striker who wants to try to get at you with volume. His nickname's the Power Bar. He's got a little bit of power. He used to be a real grimy guy, lose these close decisions. Now the chin is starting to slip. But Oleksiejczuk, this dude's with the fight nerds, bro, right? By Dustin K. Yeah. He's with the fight nerds, bro, and that has leveled his game up. His confidence is through the roof. I'm glad he's not playing with fucking 170s, 180, 185, a little bit on the smaller side. Yeah, I don't got a six-pack, don't give a fuck. Probably the best body puncher in the division. I mean, his body punching, it's maybe not the most cleanest, but it's effective. He'll find your fucking liver. Obviously, the hands upstairs. He does not know how to take a step backwards. His takedown defense is okay, but his get-up game is getting better. Cardio was his biggest issue in his career. He'd always have the first 2.5 minutes of round 1, Oleksiejczuk's giving you hell. You're getting hell. Then he slows down. Then you can take advantage of maybe taking him down and whatnot. And considering he was undersized, he used to fight at 205 as well. I love him here. I love this spot. -500. I know it's crazy. It's crazy, but what are we doing? It's crazy. I like the under. I like the under 1.5. I like him by knockout. Knockout round 1, maybe, because he starts so fast and Andre Barriault chin isn't there anymore. So maybe KO round 1 is something I'll get to as well. Right now, I'm just going to be confident in the under. Oleksiejczuk getting it done. -500 is very high. But you know what? To be honest, I don't really see a problem with that line. I think this is a properly marked line. Marc-Andre Barriault on the decline. Oleksiejczuk on the rise with a new camp and looking like a fucking demon. I know he's fought 2 guys. The guys he beat aren't, GM3 is a world-class guy, but he's getting older. Oleksiejczuk for president, baby. I think this dude's going to get it done. And his little brother as well, entering the mix in UFC is, fun. His little brother had some fucking grappling on him when he debuted, too. So maybe that rubbed off on Oleksiejczuk. But, yeah, give me Michal Oleksiejczuk.
I love his brother, Cesare. I think he's going to be really good.
He look good.
I like Michal as well. I think he's kind of come into his own a little bit. As of recently, I know he had the streak of losses, but not like the easiest competition, I mean, Michel, I guess it doesn't age that well, right? It doesn't age that well.
Michel Pereira was hot for a minute. And now it's like, what happened? Did you see the video of him sparring? Who was he sparring? Johnny Walker, maybe? No wonder your chin's not there, bro. What are you doing leaving it all sparring like that? That's crazy to me. And they're like, hey, we got 16-ounce gloves on. Cool. But your brain is rattling. I mean, they're haymakering each other in the gym in Vegas. I'm like, what is happening?
You can't really say anything to it. You just got to let them do it.
Yeah, there's a couple guys in the gym that were like that. There's no 30%. It's no. Like sparring's a fight. Like we're gonna fight. We're gonna go full board. I mean, that's how the Brazilians did. I mean, back in shootbox days, like Vanderlei Silva talked about, going to Pride, going into some of the fights in Pride, get knocked out multiple times in practice. His Shogun knocked me out like twice this camp. Like, it's like, what? I mean, that's a fucking it's a different world back then, but still, it's crazy.
Oh, man, I remember sparring one time at Boca Boxing, and I was going up against a pro with like 4 or 5 fights, but he's a big dude. Like, I think he fought at light heavyweight, but out of camp, like he's probably 220, 225.
Yeah.
And he hit me with the nastiest right hand, and I saw black for like 3 or 4 seconds.
Sure.
And, it was one of those where like he hit me with it and he just stopped. He's like, "Yeah, I know that fucking hurt." And I was like, "Yeah." Probably
he knew you got you.
Yeah, it was intimidating. Not gonna lie, because I'm not like a great fucking striker, but I'll hang in there. But that even just that, I'm like, dude, how do guys do this every day? How do you just? I go home with
that was my favorite thing too, dude. Training, like all I wanted to do was spar.
Yeah,
when it was like conditioning day. I'm like, I don't really feel good. Maybe I'll go home. What was it, tomorrow sparring? Yeah, look, that's like the best, dude.
Yeah, sparring's fun, but
not
when you're getting fucking lit up, dude. It's not fun.
Yeah. And those guys, I mean, literally, that's how those Brazilian dudes train, dude. It's wild. I mean, that's what concerns me about Charles Oliveira. I see some Charles Oliveira stuff, down at his camp in Brazil, and he spars hard with like MMA gloves on, no headgear.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I mean, I know he's still a young guy. He did just, but that scares me with the brain, bro. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, I stopped sparring. I would go home with headaches. I'm like, I'm not gonna do this, dude. I'm not gonna be a fucking fighter, so I'm good.
Yeah.
But I would probably like to do it here and there. But either way, back to the fight. Michal Oleksiejczuk, 16-1 to the KO. Mab's chin is definitely going downhill. Should be around 1 KO here. I mean, if Barriault's going to wrestle, like, sure, he could maybe find a sub, but the guy's got 1 sub on his record, and it was against Jordan Wright. So is he going to catch a fucking guillotine on Oleksiejczuk? Probably not. If it does go late, could get interesting, but I don't think it's going to go late. You called the under 1.5. I kind of agree with that, but it's a little chalky now. It's what, minus 170? Yeah, it's tough. I mean, I was hoping we'd get. I mean, Oleksiejczuk was like minus 270. Now he's minus 500. I was hoping we'd get like minus 200 here, because last 2 fights I've been betting Oleksiejczuk round 1 KO at like plus 250, plus 300. And now it's plus 135. So it's like, what? Yeah, they're not giving it to you for free nowadays.
The only bet I have in right now is the under, because I saw it at minus 170, and I'm like, I don't love it, but I think it's gonna get worse. I think it's gonna get higher. BP loves sparring because no one remembers massive power. Yeah, buddy, power hands. No, I love sparring. I used to. I mean, Chris Curtis behind me. I mean, that's how him and I became friends. Is I was the guy they went to spar. Like, I started sparring. There was a 10-0 amateur, Chris Smith, who Slaughterhouse, rest in peace. He passed away. He was a 10-0 undefeated amateur, and there's nobody in the room that was his size, right? He was 6'4", coming down from 330. I think he was probably, when I met him, 290. So super heavyweight champion. And he's the sweetest, nicest guy in the world. And I used to give him some really, really good work, and that kind of blossomed the friendship between Chris and Slaughterhouse and Dom Steele and all those boys, first class guys. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. But there were some country boys that used to come in. I've never talked about this. I was going to talk about it on the Annika Florian, but people look at me and they're like, dude, this dude, he's a fat dude. He didn't do nothing, right? So I trained for several years, and there was 2 fights I was going to take as an amateur, and I did smokers. If you don't know what a smoker is, it's when you simulate a fight in your gym. People come in, your coach or whoever and we had an affiliate gym where at the Cincinnati, we had an affiliate gym in Dayton, and they had 2 heavyweights up there, and they came down. So I did 2 smokers to prepare for my amateur fights. That ended up never happening. So those are stories for another day, but they went pretty well. But there's some country boys that used to come in, they would rip out they would buy these Everlast from Dick's, $30 cheap ass Everlast, and they would rip out the padding. So it's literally knuckles, and they come in and be like, I want to spar. And they're sparring in jeans. So there's stories about that too. I won't bore everyone. We'll get to that one day. That's the BigJive MMA show. We'll get to these stories. Look at this. Lenny Kakramar, he says, we don't care. Come on, Lenny. Care about something, Lenny.
Keep it moving, he says.
Golly, Lenny.
Shout out though before we move on to the next fight. Dixon Sider's here.
Dixon.
He's here.
Bro, you almost lost your mod spot there, bro.
Yeah, we're not even at 100 likes. Is that true, Dixon? Dixon, come on.
I mean,
we got to get the likes.
What are we doing? Lenny, I know you don't care about my stories.
Hit the likes
but
up.
hit the like button, Lenny.
Get the likes up. Dixon, get everyone in the chat. Hit the like button because otherwise I'm going to restrict your moderator status to pending because right now you ain't doing a great job, Dixon. All right, let's pick it up. Let's pick it up. Let's move on. Heavyweight bout. We got Jelton Almeida coming in at -145. Rizvan Kuniev sitting at +125. Here we go. All right, here's another one.
Yeah.
It's very interesting, right? Rizvan Kuniev, 0-1 in the UFC, has one fight. He has one fight in the UFC. He doesn't even have a win. Doesn't even have a fucking win in the UFC. And Jelton Almeida is 8-2. Been in the top 10 of the heavyweight division for quite some time. Coming off a split decision loss, controversial to Alexander Volkov. It's a slight favorite, -145. BP, what are you doing here, bro?
So this is a tricky fight because Kuniev, when he's on that Russian gas, right, that he's been popped for, he's pretty good, right? When he's not, he's average. And Jelton Almeida is a guy who I've really flip-flop on. I was heavy on him. I thought he was very good. And then he's a bit soft, right? Like the dude cannot take a punch. Like he just can't. Like pre-UFC, he got knocked out as well. I know a lot of people think he's a 205er. I like him at heavyweight. But, the guy can't take a shot. But his ground game is elite and he can get you down, right? And if he gets Kuniev down flat on his back, easier said than done. But if he can do it, it's a wrap. But Almeida, to me, when he gets it on the ground, he just doesn't do enough. Like he's looking for the perfect submission. Like this whole camp, he probably was like, I'm going to get this dude with an arm triangle. Arm triangles aren't showing himself. So he's not throwing any punches. He's not taking the back. Like flatten him out and pound him out with fucking elbows or do something. He doesn't do that. He's not violent enough on the ground for me to really love this dude, right? He stalls like the Derek Lewis fight, one of the worst fights ever. Like, you mean to tell me you couldn't Derek Lewis doesn't believe in jiu-jitsu. He'll stand right the fuck up, right? But you mean to tell me you can't submit this big motherfucker or you couldn't put hands on him or the 5 rounds you laid on top of him? So that's my biggest gripe with Almeida. -145. I like him in this spot here. I'm not going to fucking, sing to the crowds for Almeida. I like him. I'll probably bet him. It is a low number. But if Kuniev comes in at the weigh-ins looking pretty all right, looking like me shirtless, right? Like just kind of like fat jacked, you know what I mean? Then he might be on that Russian gas. So then I might have to switch my pick. But as of right now, I like Almeida. I like Almeida probably by finish. But if it's a 3-round snooze fest where he lays on top of this guy for 15 minutes, I'm going to be pissed. But give me Almeida. But let me tell you something, Almeida, okay? Right? It says you're 34. That face tells me you're 56. However, you're on thin ice, pal, okay? Thin ice! Damn. If it's a bad performance, you're out of here in the old BP book. Thin ice, Almeida. Thin ice, bro.
You're telling me if he shows up looking like this?
That's a bet. That's Russian gas. That's top of the line gas, bro.
He's even got the ring girl looking at him like, wow.
Whoa, look at this fucking Russian dude.
Looking at, he had a ton of acne in this fight too.
Oh yeah, he's got the lines on the side right there.
You look all the way down here. He's like, dude, what the fuck? He's looking at his back, just pimpled up.
Yeah,
he
knows something's up. That chick right there is probably Russian or something, and this dude's probably got connections to Dubai, some princes, and she's like, I want to fucking go to Dubai with this dude. He's jacked. Yeah.
And then here he is in his UFC debut.
Yeah, I mean, listen, like it's really tough to compete off steroids. I mean, look at Fedor. He's never popped for anything, but Fedor, people thought was the greatest heavyweight in the world. Look what he did in Pride, right? Clearly he was on gas in Pride, comes to America. I mean, he went fucking 3 or 2 hard rounds with Brett Rogers, who was selling tires at Sam's Club. Like, that's a true story. The best fighter in the world went multiple rounds with Brett Rogers, who sold tires because he couldn't do the gas. But then he goes over in Japan. He looks like a fucking beast. Yeah, the Russian gas is real, people. It is real.
Yes, it is.
I'll take that fight. They meet my demands. I'll take that fight. Brandon America versus Riza. Can't say his name. Yeah, for sure.
Rizvan. Yeah. Can you say his name?
Rizvan Kuniev.
There you go.
Took me a minute.
Rizzler, man. Big Riz.
Big Riz, the Rizzler. My kids always do that.
I think Big Riz is getting it done.
Wow. This is blowing my mind.
Yep. 80% of Tapology picking Almeida.
Yeah.
And, he's -145, dude. He's -145. I don't see Almeida going in there and subbing him in round 1.
Yeah.
So outside of that, I mean, if you look at any Almeida fight, if he doesn't get the sub in round 1, like,
yeah,
what does he do? Nothing.
He gets hit once, he's toast.
He does nothing, man. Like, I think Kuniev showed a lot in that Curtis Blades fight. And I bet on him in that Curtis Blades fight at like plus 200 and like plus 500 by decision. And I thought he should have won. But Curtis Blades got 2 takedowns in the first round, didn't do anything with them, didn't sniff another takedown the entire fight. And for one, Curtis Blades is supposed to have really good wrestling for the heavyweight division. Is it that good? I don't know. But I actually think Almeida's wrestling is better. I think he can take down pretty much anybody, but he can't do anything with it. So, like, once he starts getting the takedown, what is he going to do? Rizvan's just going to go back to the cage, get up, and then they're in the clinch. And Kuniev is, for one, a really good wrestler, but also really good in the clinch. So I feel like once they're on the feet, you know, Almeida's not going to want to stand and strike with them, right? He's going to probably try to go chest to chest, but then I think Kuniev's going to take over. And Kuniev's got some nasty leg kicks. Like, I think he's like an elite athlete, even without the PEDs. Okay. He's a good athlete. He's a really good athlete. Huge calves, like clearly a good athlete for the heavyweight division. And he's the underdog here. And I feel like if he doesn't get finished early, he's going to win the fight or at least be super competitive. And if Almeida's losing fights where he has 11 minutes of control time, I'm going to take Rizvan Kuniev, who's the better wrestler than Alexander Volkov, to get a W here, man. So until Jelton Almeida can show me something on the ground as far as ground and pound, then I'm going to take the underdog against him that can wrestle. So give me Kuniev.
By knockouts plus 280 again. Yeah, Almeida's tissue paper chin. You know,
that's the thing. Like, I feel like he could probably hold on to a decision. Like, I don't know that Kuniev's like the biggest power puncher. I just think it could be like a clinch fest, back and forth moments where, like, okay, Almeida's in on his legs, but he doesn't have the takedown. Kuniev's fighting it off, type of thing. That's how he
got knocked out by Lewis. He was in on his legs, and Lewis took his big ass hand.
Yeah,
like, bing, bing, you know.
Yeah,
I'm really worried about his chin. Almeida, that is.
I don't mind the over 1.5 minus 135.
Okay.
Because I just don't really see Almeida finishing him early, and I don't really think Kuniev's going to finish him early. But
no.
Dude, that knee he landed on Blades, I think it was round 3. Like kind of rocked him. Like he landed it to the chest area, but then he followed it up with some shots and almost KO'd Blades. But Blades is kind of chinny as well. So yeah. Romeo Dobbs passed through BigJive's old Lake Mills stomping grounds last weekend. Okay. Coincidentally, wow, what a shout out! My hometown,
Lake Mills. Do you still live in Lake Mills? I don't want to dox you, but
no, not. I don't live there anymore. But my entire life almost lived in Lake Mills outside of the past 6-7 years, but 6-7. Kuniev sometimes drinks water to give his liver a break. There you go. Nice. Sometimes.
Yeah, if he literally has an ounce of muscle at the weigh-in, I'm switching my pick.
Yeah, I guess maybe that injury from Blades.
Yeah, Blades hurt something in that fight. Yeah.
Cam Scadabu of Dagestan. Yeah. I mean, the guy's fucking legs are nasty. Let me just pull up his Instagram real quick, and then we can
see those legs, bro. Because a guy that like myself who's got some legs on him. I want to check these out.
I mean, he's looking pretty good shape, man. He's looking like
he does look to be in good shape. He's got those trunks on him.
I mean, some legs definitely on him. Not as much of a belly as.
No. If he was jacked though, he would have taken that picture shirtless. But he is looking in much better shape.
Oh, there's the legs. Look at those fucking legs, man.
Those are big.
Holy
those are big legs.
Shit. I mean, you see the fucking quads on that guy.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, they're big. That's where your power comes from too. Those are big boys. Oh yeah.
Oh, Neddies.
There you go. Dead squat. Yo, and he's hopping.
And the fucking
he's showing off.
Jump squats with the Deddy.
Wow. I'm not switching my pick, but yeah, it looks like dudes at Bangtan Muay Thailand, which is like one of the premier gyms there.
That's getting me.
I looked into going to Thailand to train at one of these gyms like years and years ago. It is like, besides the flight out there, it is so cheap. I was so surprised how cheap it was. It's crazy.
There was a time in my young adult life where I almost just went to Thailand for like a month
to say fuck it. Yeah.
Just to train.
A guy at the gym used to teach English there. So he's like, hey, I got a place for you to stay. But I remember looking up the tickets, and this was many years ago. It's like $2,000 just to get out there. I'm like, fuck. But like training a week at, like at the time, Tiger Muay Thai, training a week at Tiger Muay Thai was literally like $130 American.
Yeah, no,
like it was crazy cheap.
Very cheap. Dixon's calling out maybe a draw. Maybe.
Okay. Dominates round 1 and 2, and then gets 10 round. Okay. I just don't know if Almeida gets hurt. I think he folds. I don't know if he has that dog in him, the battle back. I think if he gets hurt, especially in any of the rounds, 1, 2, or 3, I think he's cooked. I do. I think he's cooked. I mean, listen, I'm never going to sway anybody from betting a fucking, draw because the number's so big. But yeah, I just think Almeida's tissue paper soft.
Couldn't agree more. You know who else is tissue paper soft?
Who's that?
Amir Albazi.
Okay. Give it to me.
I'm kidding. I'm not going to give him that much shit because he had to go through a lot of fucking surgeries and shit. And I'm sure he ain't going to be soft going through that. But Amir Albazi coming in here as a plus 290 dog. Kyoji Horiguchi sits at minus 365. Gucci Mane, the Gooch man, 8-1 in the UFC, 1-0 in his second stint, coming off a big win against another Dagestani, Tajir Ulanbekov. Absolutely ran through Tajir Ulanbekov. I mean, I was shocked watching that. And that was right after the Islam JDM fight. So part of me was a little bit happy to see Dagestani get fucking ran.
Yeah.
It just makes me happy sometimes. Just to see him lose. Because as you said earlier, they just don't lose. They don't lose. So seeing that made me a little bit happy. And then, of course, me and you, we love the Japanese MMA. And
sure do.
Are we going to fall for it this week? Or we fell for it last week and it worked out.
Cashed on us for it. Thank God Nakamura landed that shot at the end there. He was losing the whole time.
Japanese MMA might be back, but this time we're not getting dog odds. We're going to have to lay some heavy chalk, minus 365 on the Gooch man. Who you got here, BP?
I'm laying that heavy chalk and then some. I'm laying it. I don't care. I'm not looking back. There's a few times in the podcasting career where I encourage people to lay as much money on minus 365. It's a little reckless and it's obvious, right? But Amir Albazi's a fraud. I mean, this guy is a fraud. First off, how the fuck did he beat Kai Kara-France? I mean, you look at the stats and then you go rewatch the fight. You're like, how the fuck did this dude get a win over Kai Kara-France? Not even a Kai Kara-France guy, but like he didn't win that fight. On top of that, then he goes out there and gets absolutely leveled, showed the levels by Brandon Moreno, right? Albazi's got a cute little record. He's only got that one loss. Moreno, a lot of injuries. I feel for the guy, right? I think there's some kind of talent there. I just don't think it's this kind of level of talent. Kyoji Horiguchi should have never been cut from the UFC to begin with. He should have stuck around. But what did he do? He go to Japan, won titles, fought in the PFL, won titles, comes to UFC, absolutely brutalizes a pretty good Russian dude with an absolute stud corner. He went out there, dropped him, fucking pieced him up everywhere he goes, cut a great promo, willing to fight a teammate, which I love, right? He wants to fight Pantoja. And him and Pantoja being 125ers are constantly going at the gym round for round for round, but he wants that title. He don't give a fuck about friendship. He's 35 now. He wants that title. And I just don't think Amir Albazi stands a chance in this fight. I think Kyoji Horiguchi beats him everywhere, beats him on the feet, beats him on the ground. Albazi has proven to be decently tough. So I don't know anything about props yet. I'll probably get there later in the week. But right now, Horiguchi minus 365. This is a multi-unit play. I'm gonna win at least $100, right? So my units for everybody. We don't share units, right? You keep your units private. You know what I mean? You don't share dick size. You don't share your bank account size with people. Make them feel bad. My units are $100. So this is going to be probably a $400 wager for me. Just to be completely transparent, I want to win at least $100. And I think this is a lock of the fucking week here. I don't like saying that word. I know Hayden doesn't like using locks. But I'm going to fucking say it, and I'm going to say it with my goddamn chest. Horiguchi gets this done. I would love a finish. I would love for him to go out there and finish and cut another sick promo. He wants to turn around too. He wants to turn around quick, and they wanted him to turn around and fight Moreno, and then obviously Moreno now has Lana Kavanaugh, but he wants to turn around quick, which I love. So give me Horiguchi, the Gooch man. What did Dick Insider say? Some people call him the Goochster. Okay, hung Gucci, and then down there he says some people call him the Goochster. Yeah, I'm gonna go Gooch man. I like Gucci man. Gucci man, love him.
I'm with you. Dixon says, you like Horiguchi Main minus 3.5 spread. What are the odds on that?
Yeah, minus 3.5. Yeah, I get bit by those spreads a lot. I've laid off them so far this year, but
not bad.
I think Horiguchi dominates. I really do.
Yeah, my only worry here is Albazi catches him with some bullshit. You know?
Sure.
I mean, Horiguchi is 35 at the end of the fucking day, right? And just a couple of weeks ago, we had a 35-year-old Charles Johnson go in there, had never been finished, gets fucking clipped early on, and he gets KO'd early. So,
and Horiguchi got clipped by Sergio Pettis in a fight he was winning back in the day.
Yeah,
it was some spinning shit, but yeah, you know, he's been put out. I mean, I get you. That's a fear, especially when you're betting chalk. You know, obviously, there's nothing worse. Like, listen, if I lose an underdog fight, if I lose a giant prop, who cares, right? I took a shot. You know what I mean? Try to predict the future here. But when you lose a 4-unit play for your boy on Horiguchi to win 100, by the way, that's laughable stuff, right? That's stuff that sticks with you. You know, like the Izzy over Jan, the 600-unit play where Izzy, you know, had on Izzy over. You know, I mean, that just sticks with you. Like, I lost relationships because of that fight. Like, you know what I mean? So, but I agree. I like Horiguchi. But yeah, Albazi, you know, he could throw some shit out there, but I don't see it happen.
Yeah, I've never been an Albazi guy at all. And that scorecard against Kai France, I think that's one of the worst scorecards in history.
It's bad.
And I know that gets thrown around a lot, but like, that was genuinely like, how the fuck?
I forgot how bad it was because I just obviously watched it to prepare for this, and I'm like, what are we doing? Like, that's bad.
Dude, I mean, just look at this. Round by round.
Crazy.
I mean, he did not strike him in a single round. Like, okay, maybe round 3, he had 3 minutes of control time. Like, sure, give it to him. He had a submission, whatever.
Right.
Like, the other 4 rounds are like pretty clearly to the other guy. And he lost 48-47 on 2 of the judges' scorecards. Of course, it's Sal D'Amato and Chris fucking Lee, bro.
Chris Lee, Sal D'Amato.
Oh, man. That one hurt. That one hurt. But, yeah, give me Gooch, man. I think he can finish him as well. I know Albazi's never been finished, but Horiguchi, he's going to smack some hard leg kicks. I mean, the way he's smacking Ulanbekov's legs, he's going to be able to do that to Albazi. If this was in the bigger cage, I would love it even more. Smaller cage, you know, he's not going to have as much room to navigate, but much better footwork. I mean, just a better mixed martial artist overall, too, and has been a lot more active. Albazi coming off a 1.5-year layoff, and a ton of injuries and surgeries. So nothing to on Albazi's side. Give me Gooch, man. Let's move on to the main event. Like the stream for me, please. We're not even at 100 likes, which is honestly going to make...
That's a joke, boys. Or better than that.
It's a fucking joke. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Let's get into this main event. Mario Bautista coming in at minus 183. Vinicius Oliveira plus 158. I know the line has come down a little bit because when I made these odds, this was early this morning, 5:30 a.m. to be exact. Your boy was up making these fucking slides. So now, Mario Bautista is minus 173. Vinicius Oliveira plus 148. So it came down a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Mario Bautista coming off the loss to Umar Nurmagomedov. Vinicius Oliveira still undefeated in the UFC 4-0, coming off wins to Kyler Phillips, Saeed Nurmagomedov, Ricky Simone, and a flying knee round 3 KO to Bernardo Sopai. He's the dog here, BP. You taking the shot, or are you going with Super Mario Bautista?
Yeah, so this is a really great fight because it's a really tough fight to break down. I mean, Oliveira has all the swag and momentum in the world. Like, he fights with his hands down, Every fight he's in is exciting, right? You know, he gets tired, but he doesn't. He lands takedowns. He'll get up from takedowns. It's a car crash when you fight this guy, and I love that. And Bautista's the exact opposite. Bautista's a little bit dry, right? A little bit boring. The Patchy Mix fight, he really stepped it up. He really ramped it up, landed like 100, well over 100 significant strikes. But, you know, the Aldo fight stays with people's minds. The Aldo fight, listen, you fight Jose Aldo, you're going to get booed no matter what for he's a legend. But the way you fight him, that's going to stick with people. And it wasn't, you know, he won the fight, but it wasn't the coming out party they wanted for him. You know, he's Arizona trained. He's absolutely shredded as well. This guy is fucking big. Oliveira is even bigger than he is. Oliveira's talking about he cuts like 50 pounds. Maybe he doesn't cut 50 pounds, but he starts his camp about 50 pounds heavier than 135. He's like 180, which is crazy. So we obviously watched the weigh-ins on that. And Oliveira obviously is a wild man, but the wild man tendencies lead me to believe I'm going to play the safer pick in Bautista. I think Bautista is very safe in there. I think his striking's good. I think it's basic. There's nothing flashy about it, while Oliveira is flashy. Bautista hasn't had a finish in a while. His last finish was over Guida Canetti, which, you know, okay. But, you know, he's fighting high-level guys, right? He's coming off a loss to Umar, and I thought he could have done a lot better in the Umar fight, you know, because Umar's a legit guy, but he froze for the first 2 rounds. And I think Bautista almost doubted himself. Like, do I need to be here? Right? Because there's moments where he could have done more and trusted himself, and he didn't. But listen, losing to Umar, there's nothing wrong with that. I think this kid is, again, I don't think he's like super exciting to watch. I think he's going to be a very tough out for a lot of people, and I think Oliveira is going to run into him here. It's going to be tough. I think Oliveira could have moments, and I think the value on Oliveira is great, right? I know my boy Mitch Zuck's going to take Oliveira, and that's his guy. I'm going to go Bautista. I'm not super loving it, right? I'm obviously going to bet on some main events, so I'll take him. I like the numbers. Got a little lower, like you announced, Hayden. But yeah, give me Bautista.
BP, I want to ask you a question, and I need a direct answer, okay?
Yes.
I don't need no fluff.
Yes, I'm got it.
I don't need any fluff. I don't need to, well, maybe this. I need a direct answer, all right?
Got it.
Who is Mario Bautista's best win?
Jose Aldo.
Okay, so it's a split decision over Jose Aldo after retirement. Does that do it for you? No.
But
doesn't do it for me.
But who's Oliveira's best win? Saeed?
Kyler Phillips.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking
Cool Kyler.
We're talking about the underdog here.
You're right.
I mean, what is Bautista really proving to us? You know, I feel like, and I'm in my early pick video, I was leaning towards Bautista, but
yeah,
I feel like we're giving Bautista credit for a loss against Umar because he didn't get finished and he knocked him down with a knee. You know?
Yeah. But I feel like Oliveira might be like, he's got a cool nickname, he's got a cool look, he's got personality, people might like him, he's got a good fun style, but really, you know, I mean, besides a couple flying knees, is he that dynamic on the feet that he's gonna, you know, Bautista's safe, bro. Bautista's here. Bautista's here. You know, he gets rocked up a little. You throw a flying knee, Bautista's gonna turn into a single and take you down. You know what I mean? That shit might not work.
You know what that reminds me of?
What's that?
Dricus Duplessis.
That's your guy. Is he in the back? Can I see him in the background?
He's not in the background anymore. He actually got promoted to the living room.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's his dog or pass. You know, I think Vinicius Oliveira, he's gonna come in here. He's gonna fight his ass off, man. I mean, he's kill or be killed, and Mario Bautista ain't killing anybody that is anywhere near UFC level. I mean, his finishes in the UFC are absolute cans. You know, Guido, Benito.
Yeah, he's not a finisher.
He's not a finisher, right? He's not a finisher.
Not.
I mean, he even took Jay Perrin to a decision. It's not a great look,
you
know. And you know, going into a 5-round atmosphere, you know, maybe Bautista's got great cardio, and maybe you know he could take over late if Vinicius does gas. But man, Vinicius gasses people. He makes them fucking tired, man. He makes them fucking tired.
Yeah.
And it's not pretty. Nothing about it is pretty, but it will drain you. I mean, he made Saeed look like he didn't want to be there. He made Kyler Phillips look like he didn't want to be there. Ricky Simone just ran through him.
Are you worried about the big weight cut and it being his first 5-round UFC main event? You worried about that at all? Cardio at all with this kid cutting that much weight?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I would worry like 4 or 5, but I don't think he's like a gas bag, like every round 3 that he's been in, he looks great. Like
and he's one of those, he's almost like Pantoja, right? Not as like Pantoja, but there'll be moments where like, oh, he's getting tired. And the second win comes and then he's not tired. Then he's taking you down. I'm just so curious. That weight cut's going to catch up to him in 5 rounds against a dude like Bautista, who, I mean, the dude's in great shape. I mean, he's fucking jacked for 135.
It's just like Dricus du Plessis. Everyone thought, and when he faces Strickland's going to make him fucking gas as the fight goes on. Did he gas? No. Did he get tired? Yes. But he can battle through it. I think Vinicius Oliveira just battles through it. Like he can just find ways to stay in there and be effective with it. Patchy Mix can't strike. No. That's the whole Bautista fight. Jose Aldo can strike, but he gets held up against the cage. That's what Bautista did to him. Mario Bautista did pretty good against Ricky Simon. So did Vinicius Oliveira. And he fought Damon Blackshear on 7 days' notice and arguably lost. Mm-hmm. Arguably lost. So, I don't really think Bautista has proven to me that he's some guy that you're just not going to get past, Like, this isn't like a Robert Whittaker test, Like, I'm not saying Vinicius Oliveira is championship material, but Bautista to me is around a top 10, top 12 guy or in that range. And I think Vinicius Oliveira can compete with that.
Yeah.
And over a 5-round fight, like I think Vinicius Oliveira is going to be more dangerous early on. And Bautista, he's much more hittable, based on their stats. Bigger sample size for Bautista, but he absorbs over 4 significant strikes per minute. Vinicius Oliveira is less than 3. You can't stay near him because he throws so hard. Mm-hmm. So like, how is Bautista gonna approach this fight? Is he gonna try to wrestle him? I think that's probably his best path to victory, but I don't know. In my mind, I thought Sopai like grapple fucked him early. Mm-hmm. I went back and rewatched it. It wasn't really like that, man. Like he got one position in round 2, and after that, like Vinicius Oliveira, there was still like 2 minutes left in the round. Vinicius Oliveira got out of it and then got on top of Sopai and started landing bombs. Yeah. That's what I like about Oliveira is like he's not going to concede anything. Like he's gonna fight through anything, and then he's gonna make you pay for it. So I think it's dog or pass. I think Vinicius Oliveira, anything better than like plus 110, plus 115 is good to me. I like lock dog, man. I didn't think I was gonna pick him this week. I thought Bautista would be my pick, but after I dove into it, I feel like lock dog's the side.
I'm playing it safe. Mario Bautista's got the safe haircut. He fights safe. I'm playing it safe. Can you click on Tatum Temple right there in the fucking chat? She's gave a parlay out. This girl's been an OG fan of mine forever, and I haven't seen her in the chat or DM'd her in a while. We used to do like t-shirt bets or whatever. Shout out Tatum. I'm glad you're still out there. Maybe I did something to offend you. You're the best. That parlay though, Tatum, it's all right. I can fuck with it.
That's the safety parlay, right?
That safety parlay, yeah. But I mean, listen, like Bautista, it's gonna be a great main event. Like, if you ask me as an MMA fan, who do I want to win? It'd be Oliveira, because I think the upside of him and the fun fights that are about to happen with him would be incredible. And Bautista, unfortunately, is going to kind of give you the same thing every time he's out there. He tried hard to knock out Patchy Mix. He tried hard. He got hit a lot too, though, but he tried hard to knock him out. Yeah. Couldn't get it done. But yeah, that was. I'm glad we're split on that though, there, babe.
What do you say? Should we
after the clip? Tell him what I did, bub. Yeah, no, that's no thing. The chat probably went, what is this guy fucking crazy? Win a little prop before you, boys. Win a little proppy. This is the only bet I have in right now. Whenever I do like really midweek early bets, which I need to do more of, I don't know statistically what I am. I think it's like I'm at like 125% win rate or something like that. You have to check my math on that. However, under 1.5, Michelle Oleksiejczuk versus Marc-Andre Barriault. I think that's, I know it's chalky. It's minus 170. But when you're putting $400 on Horiguchi, you're going to put a couple hundred on this as well. You're going to have a decent night. You're going to have a nice little night with you. Minus 170 doesn't scare me out at all. I think Michelle Oleksiejczuk is going to take him out probably the first round, clip him early. Yeah, that's it. That's all that needs to be said. But empty the fucking clip on those boys.
I like it. Well, last week I went with a 20-year-old. That didn't work. So I gotta go with a little bit more experience. Okay.
Yeah, get the old guys in there.
Get the old guy in there. Cock it open. Empty the fucking clip.
Yeah.
Give me the fucking gooch, man. All right. He's coming for that title. I don't care if he ever gets a chance, but this is a very winnable matchup for him against Amir Albazi. Does he get the finish? I think he can, but minus 360 is like, I think it's good. I think it's good, man. I just don't see a world where he loses outside of getting bonked. But give me Kyoji. Empty the fucking clip, baby.
Empty it, boys.
Moving on.
Three-punch parlay.
Three-punch parlay. BP. It's going with Dustin Jocobe.
I went old guy. I know Hayden kind of shit all over him. He's been in Australia. You know what I mean? He poked holes in it. He had me doubting myself for a second, but no, I think Jocobe, clean striking. I think he's going to get a decision here. I think, yeah. Decision win. We're hitting this week on the three-punch parlay, baby. We're hitting this week.
I'm going with my girl. The stud.
Ketlin Souza, the stud.
Ketlin Souza.
Fucking stud.
I was going to bitch out and, just throw Kyoji in there. But
sure.
I said,
that was my first pick as well. But I'm like, I want to give something a little less. Yeah.
Gotta juice this up. Give me Ketlin Souza minus 150. And for the third leg, it's actually coming from Russ.
3PC Russ. Oh, 316. That's not bad.
Plus 316. A little
Austin 316? Just whipped your ass? Let's go, 3PC.
Well, I'm against both of your guys' picks. So
I know, right? Yeah, you're against us. But listen, play the fucking 3PC with the boys. Put a couple in it, and then just be happy. Were you a wrestling fan? You're probably too young to be a wrestling fan. Like, do you ever have a moment? I was a wrestling fan when I was a kid because MMA didn't exist.
You talking like WWE?
WWE, yeah. Were you ever a fan of that?
How do they call it wrestling? It's not wrestling.
It's weird, dude. Like, my stepdad was like in love with it. So I grew up in the 90s, Hulk Hogan, all that shit. And then Austin 316 towards my later middle school years. And then I started seeing boobs a lot. And then, like, I really like girls. So then wrestling just went out the window. Wrestling just didn't exist anymore. And then my junior year, I found, because Rich Franklin was my teacher at Oak Hills. So we started watching UFC because of him. And then I never looked back.
I have never understood how people mention it. They say pro wrestling.
Yeah, pro wrestling. It's entertainment now. They're sports entertainment. There was a guy who was a really diehard Annika Florian listener who followed me, and I sent out a tweet. I didn't understand how like grown men like wrestling or something like that, because there's like dudes crying in the crowd and shit, right? Like what you like. I don't care, right? I just made like a joke, and he was obsessed with it, and he DM'd me like, bro, not funny. Like, wrestling got me through some hard times. And I'm like, dude, I'm sorry. I just, it's just not for me, but to each his own, brother. To each his own.
Man. Well, yeah, I was never in my life ever.
Yeah, you're a little younger. I figured you probably passed the boom. But in the 90s when there was nothing, and you get like juiced up Hulk Hogan with skin like a hot dog, and you're like, what's this? Is this real? And my stepdad's like, yeah, kinda. And I'm like, okay. And then like they start bleeding. You're like, oh, it's gotta be real. But yeah, that was a quick phase for me. But yeah, I figured you're 26, so you probably didn't get it.
Sicko parlay.
Here we go.
You like that? You like that? You like that?
Oh shit, man!
He's looking like a sicko, man.
Look, why is there a purple thing on my wrist? I don't have bracelets. I don't ever wear bracelets. I love the purple thing on my wrist, dude.
That's your mental hospital band.
Yeah. Oh yeah, true. I'm in the hospital, so I'm sick out. Yeah. I love it. I love that. That's the best thing ever for me. My fucking double chins. Yeah, we got Wiklacz by submission, bitch. Just bet it and leave it. Don't think about it. Kid's gonna get it done. Guillotine if you got an exotic book. We got Nico Price. Nico plus 210. Listen, he's gonna get it done against that fucking Ukrainian. Yeah, the Ukrainian Nikolai. He's got one UFC win. That dude ain't getting it done. And give me my third leg here. I actually forget what it is. Is this the leg I like the most though? Donchenko round one plus 150. Yeah, plus 30 to 1. Bob.
30 to 1.
The odds are 10 to 1. I try to exceed that, and I didn't mean to go this high, but I was looking at the card. I'm like, yeah, bro, 30 to 1. Let's go. Donchenko round one. Nico Price getting it done for all the dads out there, and Jakob Wiklacz submission. If that hits, because 3PC member who's up with units gets $50. 50 times 30. Do the math, bro. You know what I mean? I'm doing this for you. If that hits, you're welcome. And all I want, if that hits, is a like on this video. Okay? Hit a like on this fucking video. Give us a sub. Let's fucking go, baby.
BP, I'm gonna send this graphic to you. You gotta post it on your Instagram.
Yeah, no problem. I love it. It's funny as shit. I shared the other one. I took a picture of the other one from last week, and I shared it with people. It's fucking amazing because people do AI and they look all hunky and they look beat, and I'm like looking like fucking. I kind of look like Slimer from Ghostbusters, just not green, right? Like a human version of Slimer.
You eat cigarette butts for breakfast.
Yeah, 100%, dude. I love the cigarette. It's like in my tooth. I don't even know what's going on. Dirty fingernails. Yeah, just the fucking dirt grit fingernails under there. I love it.
Permanently engulfed in your teeth. Just chilling there.
It's just there. Right. I can't get rid of it. It's just post it.
You think you still look like a little person?
No, this one I actually look like just like a fat, like fucking fat Slimer, essentially. Yeah, the other one I look like a little person. The other one I look very little.
Right. Well, 30-1. Nico fucking Price. Out of all bets you could make, you got Nico Price in your sicko parlay.
And we're all gonna be fucking watching that goddamn TV, watching Nico Price get it done, and people are gonna be like, "Son of a bitch did it." BP, that son of a bitch did it. Because Nico Price, I think, will be no, he'll be before. Donchenko will be the final leg, but so
prelim, little prelim sicko parlay.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going.
Let's see what you got
with Kong Wang in the over 1.5 rounds.
Okay.
First leg. A little bit of a, tampon-ish type of first leg, but we got to, get one through the hoop.
Sure.
Through the hoop, and then we can move on to leg number 2, where we're going Ketlin Souza to win by finish. Ketlin Souza to win by finish, plus 480. Plus 480. Fuck what you heard. We call her a stud. The stud is going out there.
Getting it done.
Studs know how to finish. All right. They know 100%. How to fucking
finish. They got hot chicks. They obviously finished their ladies.
They know their way around. All right.
Yeah.
And then we're going Michal Oleksiejczuk in the under 1.5 minus
Beautiful.
120.
Beautiful.
A little pretty plus 1543. Again, the most profitable handicapper on the 3PC fight picks is going to get $50 on each of our sicko parlays. So that would mean if mine cashes, you're going to be cashing over $750. Yeah, over $750. And if BP's cash, you're going to be over $1,500.
That's right. Yep. Just did the quick math right there. That's pretty nice, boys. For just picking fights on a website, getting $1,500. If your boy BP comes through, you know what I mean? That's what I like to do. I do this for you guys. I do it for you. Do you have the underdog log Sean parlay out?
Yes.
The content popping.
Yes, I do. I might make another one too.
Gorgeous. We're off next week, by the way. So we're not going to, Hayden's going to put out content every day of the week, but no fights next week. So I don't know what I'm going to do without you, Hayden.
Yeah.
I'll have to do something. Get my hay jive in. BigJive MMA Show, baby.
Let's go. We're over 2 hours in. Hit the like button for us before we hop out of here. Appreciate y'all for watching and tuning into the live chat. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Dixon, people don't know. That's an actual picture of Hayden from his.
Yeah, people don't realize Hayden's he's the good Charlotte people, Benji and Joel Madden. They're actually triplets. Hayden's the third triplet.
Yeah.
People don't know that. Yeah.
All right, boys.
See you, boys. Chat, you're amazing. Everybody's amazing, by the way. I'm not going to say this every week, with the everything, but the comments on the other YouTube channel that I was a part of are very heartwarming. I've gotten so many DMs that are just unbelievable support, whatever. And I need to take all that support and put it in this show because we're just getting started, baby. I can't wait. Can't wait for this new chapter in our lives.
Best show in the space. Look forward to it every week. Gonna be sad we don't have one next week. Maybe we'll, chop it up.
Figure something out. You'll figure something out. Yeah.
But shout out to y'all. Till next time, BigJive MMA Show. We out.
See you.